Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Let's see. We got Okie, Kate the Great, Mama, Brittany. Hello, Brittany. Sean P. Hey. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Yep. Steven's Adventure. Hello, hello. Hey, Cammy. I'm so glad to see y'all. Hey, Amethyst. Listen, we're probably going to have a smaller chat tonight because everybody's all caught up in the Vinnie Politan. Listen, him going over that was the most pointless ass live stream. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Vinny? It was so boring. Sorry, I'm rolling one up. Yes, Wade's daddy handed him his ass on this latest phone call. But it's up to y'all because I was going to do Kelly's, but I can do Kelly's and that one if y'all want me to. We can do the dad cussing him out first if y'all want to. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more phone calls to come. Hey James Blonde, hey Second Chance. Glad to see y'all. I know. I know, yep. That was the most pointless live stream. It's like, bro. It was so damn boring. I tuned out. I tuned out. Look, Kate said I'm flexible. Hey, Chopper. Yes, please. Y'all want to hear his daddy cussing him out first? We'll play that one first. I mean, uh, phone calls from, let me see. Because I do want to double check that. Hold on. Because I want to see how long they've, which Pablo's already reacted to it. Do y'all want to watch Pablo's reaction to Daddy cussing him out or just listen to the phone call? It's up to y'all. I did too, Mama. It was stupid. It was the stupidest live stream ever. Why do you feel bad, Georgia? I hope you're okay. Oh, you got attacked for that? Yeah, because they want speculation to be evidence. That's for example, that's what Betty thinks. Speculation is evidence. That's how she is so firmly able to say they are guilty. What do you mean? What's wrong? You want to hear the dad first? But do you want to hear Jumpsuit Pablo review it? Or do you want to just hear the phone call itself? Hey, Rock a bit. I appreciate that. All right, fuck it. We'll pull Pablo up. God, he's already got 12K on this, and it's 2 hours ago. Wow. What's Georgia talking about? Drop the deets. You think something's like going on with her mentally? Hey, Granny Bassmaster. Me too, Chopper. Hey, Bo. Glad to see you, Brantley. Yeah, and then she blocked me for no reason at all. I'm so confused. Hmm. You wasn't trolling her, Georgia? Oh, mentally something's wrong. I'll go check it out tonight after this live. Smoke them if you got them. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, thank you, Brantley. I just wanted some kind of like not necessarily resolution, but let's lay the swords down kind of situation, you know? Oh, that's yeah, rolling as I speak. That a girl. That is sad. Hey, what's up, Annie? Oh, me either. I got too much to say, girl. I know, right, Chopper? Oh, thank you. Thank you, James Blonde. Okay, so let's go to it. All right, y'all ready for this? We're going to just play this one for funsies, okay? Because this is not what we were supposed to be going over. But I really, hey, Tanya, but I really wanted to listen to it. And I was like, no. I was kind of thinking we needed to kind of go in order a little bit so people wouldn't get confused, but we can always play it again. We can always play it again later. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Hey, Lady Tara. No, they're talking about Zav Girl. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. Daddy handed that ass to him on this jail call. Okay.
Have reached out to me through email, comment, DM, and told me, hey, you gotta go hurry up and react to this new Wade Wilson call. That phone calls from prison, the YouTube channel just posted earlier today. I even had one person tell me this is the most intense, high energy, best.
And listen, I'm not trying to be petty. I'm not trying to be a petty Betty, but Laura done stole my damn series I started. Like, she's already 2 live streams in on something I started. What nobody in this trauma community covering Wade Wilson and the prison phone calls. Emmy covered the trial. Center did some videos over it, but ain't nobody been covering these phone calls. And now suddenly Laura's covering the phone calls. Girl.
Call there is out of all the calls we've reacted to. So I'm pretty pumped and excited to hear it. I don't even know what to expect, but without further ado, let's get started. This episode is brought to you by Long John Wilson's, always sold wherever ankles are cold.
He's so stupid. Oh, yeah. Y'all make sure you go give him some love.
Hello?
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, it's only 51 cents on here.
Yeah.
All right,
So
look.
it's only here.
I'm gonna let me move this up here. Let me do that before we get all the way into it, because I want you to be able to see. So right here at the top of the orange box is going to be the subtitles.
We're only going to talk for a second. So why don't you have to call me back so I can put more money on that? I don't know how
It
to
is
do it.
Queen Bella. Hey, baby.
Unless you call me.
Hey, Kathy.
Now you're talking his language. Put more money.
More money. More money, because that's all he cares about. And that's what I'm saying. The longer we go over these calls, and like you'll hear him, it's always about the kiosk. Always. He's always trying to slide in the kiosk.
More money. Okay. All right. No problem, Dad.
Or is there a way to do it? Yeah, because I need to talk to you.
Oh, you do?
Uh-oh.
I do. I do badly.
Okay.
Yeah, very badly.
That ain't good.
All right, I'll call you back.
So, okay, how long does 51 cents last?
You said what? You said what?
How long does 51 cents? How long does 51 cents last?
I'm really not sure, Dad. I don't really know.
It can't be much.
No, probably like
Well, Waitress, you know every dang thing else when it comes to money and the kiosk and the canteen and the phone. Now you don't know how much 51 cents cost? Come on now, Waitress.
Accepting the call, I think.
You have 1 minute
Oh, well, there you go, brother. I guess you got your answer.
remaining.
there you go.
Okay, listen. Call me.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
All right, I'll call you back.
All right.
Up on us. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it doesn't accept it, sometimes that shit acts weird. So
So I got to call.
just make sure you call me right back. Huh?
Yeah, if it doesn't work, I'll
Call me until call me until we talk.
All right.
Listen, some of you know, some of you don't. I've done
Hey,
a decade
Fragile.
in prison. Whenever you call one of your family members and they say, hey, brother, hey, in fact, I need more time on this phone because I need a little more time
To
to talk to you about
chew that arse.
something serious. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. He's worried right now. He's trying to keep his cool, but he's like,
So, you doing all right?
Yeah, let it run out of time real quick.
Yeah. Are you doing okay?
No, I'm not doing okay. I'm not,
no,
actually.
Why?
my ankles are freezing, Papa.
What's wrong?
Well, I'll tell you about it when I call you back because there's only like 20 seconds. I can't tell you
Yeah.
I'm not doing good in that amount of time. But I'll let you know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, call me right back because it's going to hang up any second. So.
All right, then. I'll call you back.
Thank you for using GTL.
Dad goes off on Wade. Uh-oh.
What's up, Dad?
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's wrong with you?
Huh?
I said, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
What
nothing,
isn't
man. I'm in
wrong with
jail.
that guy?
That's all.
I know. I said, is everything okay? And you said no.
Yeah, I'm in jail, bro. That's why.
You couldn't say I'm in jail, bro, in that 20-second time frame. Get the fuck out of here.
Everything's not okay.
Oh, well, you already.
What's with the attitude talking to your father?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I mean, you act like it's not your fault that you're in jail, bro.
Yeah.
The hell are you talking?
You didn't do anything to get there. You didn't unalive two unsuspecting, lovely women with families and lives, full lives to live. You didn't do that.
Talking about?
None of that.
You're being smart for it.
Smart ass.
So I want to tell you about a few things on how I feel about a few things, okay?
Oh shit. Y'all get ready.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. First of all, that GoFundMe account, that shit was a pretty stupid move, okay?
Mama, message Dad and let him know I'm live. He might not have got the notification if you're in here.
And I understand, you're trying to get money and all that. I get that part of it. But because of that is what sparked all the other bullshit that now is all over the goddamn news. So, listen, I don't know why you felt the need to sit down and have conversations with these media people and go into detail like you did, because I'm telling you how it was received. It was received from everybody who has heard it, and people are posting all over shit, and they're commenting in the news. You sounded horrible. You sounded like a straight liar.
Well, he is horrible, and he is a straight liar. He already confessed. He confessed while Mila had the news people there, so they broadcasted it and aired out his whole confession, and now he's on here like, oh, I'm innocent. I never did any of this stuff. By the way, there's a go.
Yes, he did do that.
Fund me. You dang right there's going to be public outrage, and people are going to be posting.
Here is the link to the video of the media interview that his dad's referring to right now.
And he deserves every bit of it.
We're stumbling over your words. You were repeating things,
Girl,
trying to,
you already know,
come up with what you were saying. And it really came off bad, Wade.
And you know what's bad is he didn't have these tattoos before. He waited until right before trial to put these damn tattoos on. And he doesn't have permission from the racists in jail to put those tattoos on him. So good luck.
Really, really, really bad.
It is bad.
You got to look at it from another perspective sometimes. And
hey, Jennifer,
now they're blasting these phone interviews all over the place where you talk about, having sex with Kristine. You didn't even say your name right.
Good job, Dad.
I remember that.
Yeah, good job, Dad.
He didn't.
Yeah, because he's talking about having sex with her in this in the interview of the link I just dropped. And the interview he did with the media was after he confessed to his dad on the phone and confessed to law enforcement themselves. I mean, how fucking stupid can you be?
Even say her freaking name right. And if I can add something,
Do y'all want to pause and go over and watch the interview? I mean, we ain't got to watch the whole thing. We can watch just a little bit of it. Because this is the interview.
Your date of birth, day, month, and year.
Yes, my date of birth, and I'm innocent. I did not know, ma'am.
So take us through. Can you take me through October 6th through the 8th? From the start of October 6th to the day of your arrest.
So let me kind of start to tell you. Can I go ahead and just speak a little bit? Is that okay?
No, go for it. Tell me.
Okay, so the night of October 6th, the 6th, on the 6th.
It does,
October 6th.
Tammy.
So we went to me and Mila. We went to a bar called Buddha, right? And
okay, for anybody who doesn't know, Mila is ex-girlfriend number 2. She is also the one who he tried to pull into the car the same night that he later in the evening of the day he unalived the other 2 women. But it was Mila's car that was it? What was it? I can't remember. Oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue. What's that name of that car? Hellcat. A Hellcat. It was Mila's Hellcat that he had at the victim's house. And it was Mila's Hellcat that he picked up the second victim in. So she does play a role in this, but she's also the one that's on the jail phone calls like, why did you do it, Daddy? Laughing and shit. Fuck her. Sorry. I feel some type of way about these hoes. But he unalived the 2 women and it didn't happen the way he's saying it. And the whole point Daddy Wilson is trying to make is, bro, you've already confessed on the phone with me, you dumbass. You confessed in the interview and he confessed at a visitation with his daddy. Come on. And then he goes on and does this interview.
We went to the Buddha and we were there for a little while, maybe 2 or 3 hours we had been there. And to let everybody know, I did leave the Buddha with Kristine, okay? I left with Kristine, and it was me, it was Kristine, it was one of her friends, Kristine's friends, who I don't know the name of. I'm not sure what her name is. And also another individual who was a guy that was at the Buddha as well. He was there. He came with us, so we all left. Me and Mila have a 2016 Dodge Hellcat, and we all left in the Hellcat, and we went to.
So right there, you heard him say, "Me and Mila, we have a 2016 Dodge Hellcat." Me and Mila, we have a 2016 Dodge Hellcat. That will come up in this phone call with Daddy Wilson.
And the guy that I'm telling you about, I don't know his name. I'm not sure who he was. I'm not sure what his name is. He was an individual that we all met at the Buddha, and but we went to his house first, and he lives off McGregor, and we went to his house, and we partied a little bit at his house, and me and Kristine were intimate.
You heard that, Kristine? Me and Kristine is Kristine, but me and Kristine.
And Kristine's friend and the man that I'm speaking of, they were kind of just like in the other room talking amongst themselves with each other. While me and Kristine, like I said, we were intimate together. And then, we were there at his house for a little while, like I said. And and then we went to leave his house. So now it was just me, Kristine, and her friend. And we were going to leave his house, and we were going to leave, like I said, in the Hellcat. It just so happened that the Hellcat was actually out of gas. We ran out of gas. So we pulled out of his driveway, and we went down the road a little bit, but we didn't even make it off his road.
And that's a lie already, because he couldn't even get the fucking Hellcat in reverse. Let's keep it real, Wade. You don't even know how to drive a manual, you pussy.
We were still on his street.
Sorry, Mama.
The Hellcat broke down. We pulled it over into the side of the grass. And then Kristine called for an Uber ride.
Ooh, only what, a hundo? No, there's 93 people in here. I only got 39 likes. Y'all better get to liking this video.
For all of us.
Thank you.
And so she called for the Uber, and we went from there, from the Hellcat in the Uber to Kristine's house.
Yes. That part's true. But yes, he has 2 kids.
Me, her, and her friend, Kristine's friend. And we got to the house, and we were all there just hanging out. And then Kristine's friend actually left the house. She said that she had work or whatnot the following day, and she had to go. So she eventually left. She called. I think her car was there, and she drove away in her vehicle. And again, me and Kristine were continuing to be intimate together. And this went on for, I don't know, me and her together maybe an hour. And, now it's maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around then. And
listen to all the Dad speaks about that too. So pay attention to this little portion. It's because he's trying to come up with shit on the fly, like point blank period. And we will get around to it, but point blank period, he told his dad that he don't even know why he did it, that they had went to sleep or something, or dozed off, or she went to sleep, and he was just up wandering around eating snacks or whatever, and then just went in there and looked at her and was like, yep, I'm gonna do it. Like, what the fuck? She was asleep, bro.
Like I said, I mentioned to you earlier that my vehicle was out of gas. So now my vehicle is all the way in McGregor on the street, of the guy, the house that we went to with the man. So I have to get my car,
He just wanted to. Like, there wasn't nothing happening. They had, been intimate, and they was just chilling out, went to sleep. He woke up, was eating some snacky snacks, and was like, yeah, I want to kill her.
And anyway, so I asked Kristine if it's okay for me to bring her phone and her car, because I wanted to first of all, get my car.
Yeah, she went to sleep. We all know he didn't really sleep.
Out of there, because it's an expensive car. I'm not familiar with that road. I don't want my car there. I don't want it on the side of the road. I don't want it to get towed. So I was trying to figure something out with that. So she let
Yeah, Kathy, he told his daddy he would have continued. So
me use the vehicle, and I told her that I would be back. I would come back, and that was okay with her. And so I left, and I wasn't exactly sure where off McGregor my car was. Like, I didn't know the name of the road or anything like that. So I called Mila, and I was going to meet with Mila and have her help me, because she's actually from Fort Myers. I'm not from here. Have her help me find the.
he is talking to the media. They did an interview with him. This was Dad. This was after he confessed on the jail call, after he confessed in a visitation, and after he confessed to law enforcement already. And now the story's completely changed.
Vehicle. And so I went to Mila's. We have a place called Mila Spa. It's right in front of Joe's Crab Shack, downtown Fort Myers.
It's an escort service.
And so I went there to meet her. I don't really want to get into specifics about anything that happened or did not happen, with me and Mila. Obviously I left. I got there, left Mila, and I left the area. So that's the beginning half of the story that I wanted to tell you. Did you get all of that?
I did. So I just want to confirm with you, the last time you saw Kristine Melton, she was alive.
Correct. She was. Yes, ma'am. And this was around, like I said, this when I left her house. This was around either 5 or 6, one of the two. I'm not entirely sure, but it was early morning, definitely.
Okay. What happened next?
Sure. You said what?
So I know you said you didn't want to talk about
Fucking idiot.
it, but I just have to ask. Mila said that when you met up with her in Kristine's car, that there was
Yeah,
a physical
seriously, man.
altercation, that you beat her. Are you going to tell us any more about that? Can you confirm that? Are you going to admit to that?
I don't want to talk about that at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to.
So the one she just questioned him on is Mila. That's the one who owns the Hellcat. It's also the one that owns the escort spa. And it's the one that got away that day.
Talk about that. I can tell you this much. I didn't beat her. I can tell you that. So this is something. Let me go into a little further detail with that situation. I mean, I don't really wish to speak on that entirely right now. Maybe when you and I have a visit and we sit down in front of each other, that would be something that I could talk further with. But I do want to include, and whether or not you decide to use this is up to you.
Okay.
Maybe 4 or 5 months ago, Mila she pressed charges against me.
Facts. Just facts.
Saying the same thing that I guess she's saying now. And just to let you know, actually 4 or 5 months ago, she went to the state attorney's office and she filed to dismiss the charges because they were untrue. And so she actually had it thrown out. So this is not, just to let you know, this is not the first time that she's decided that she's wanted to do something of this nature.
Okay.
It's not the first time.
So after you left you saw Mila, after you left, what happens next, Wade?
Okay, so after leaving Mila, I called Mila. I called Mila and asked her, what was going on, and she actually told me to put it simply, she told me more that she was unhappy with me. First of all, because of the previous night, she was unhappy with me for leaving with another woman. She didn't like that at all.
Yeah, he was at the bar with Mila when he met Kristine and her friend and the other dude who is also Mila's ex-boyfriend. It's a whole, but the main thing is that's the main thing. Mila was at the bar. He left the bar, left Mila with her car with these other women.
And so I could kind of tell by her voice and the way that she was talking that it wasn't sounding good. And like I told you, what she had done to me 4 or 5 months ago, this is not uncommon. This is something that she tends to do. So it was not sounding good. So anyways, long story short, I don't know where my car is. It's somewhere off McGregor. I can't find it. I don't know where this guy's house is. I can't find his house. I can't find the car. Any of these things. So, but I'm still trying to. So now I'm kind of in a frenzy because of Mila, how she's talking, what she's sounding like she's gonna do. Everything is not sounding good with her. And so I don't wish to be around her. I don't want to be anywhere near her when she's acting this way.
Mila is also the one that every time she did a jail call with Wade, because the media were constantly wanting to interview with her and shit, every time he'd call or she'd do a jail call with him, she'd bring the media in to record it.
So just, I'm really just trying to find the car now at this point.
Dad calls him and tells him, "Hey, bro, just so you know."
Anyways, so
we'll get there.
The other problem, there was another issue as well, Rochelle. The other issue was that Kristen, here's the problem. I'm not from here. I couldn't remember exactly where she lived. And this was
I think it happened in 2021. 22, 23, I think it was 2021.
Another big issue for me because I was trying to get back to her house, but
Mila is still alive, yes.
Wouldn't permit me to do so. So that wasn't working out very well for me either. And the bad thing about it was I had her phone, and so there was no way for me to call her, which would not have mattered anyways because I didn't know her phone number. so that wouldn't have mattered anyways. But listen, Rochelle, I don't know how much more in detail I can go, but I would like to do a visit and talk to you face to face.
Yeah,
So I want to give you the first half of the story. Obviously, there's another half to it,
right.
Which I don't mind giving you as well. I would like to.
Yeah, I guess just one question before we continue though is why did you have Kristine's phone with
Hold
you?
on, Michelle, you're breaking up just a little bit. I can't hear you too well.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Yeah. Why did you have Kristine's phone with you when you left to go find your car?
The reason that I had her phone was because, first of all, she said I could take it. That was the first thing. She didn't mind. I could take her car. I could take her phone. Because I needed to call Mila, because Mila wasn't. It's the spa that we meet up at, and she was not there, obviously. And so I had to be able to call her to talk to her, ask her where she was. Can we meet up at the spa? And I don't have my own phone. I don't actually have a phone, so that was the reason behind that.
Gotcha. Did you know Kristine before that night, or did you guys just meet at the Buddha?
No, we just met at the Buddha. That was the first time that we had met. I didn't know her previously before then.
Okay. So you have her phone, you have her car, you don't remember where she lives. What happens next? What do you do next?
What I do next was drive around and try to find her house. That's what I did.
Y'all. And don't forget also, he was making all these, he's saying he didn't call anybody, but he sure as fuck called his daddy, Mila, and he called from both of the victims' phones. So that is another lie.
And it took a little while.
Why did you have Kristine's phone with you when you left to go find your car?
Okay, y'all. On the left, the blonde is Kristine, and on the right, I think her name's Diane. Let me make sure, because it is Diane. So Kristine's the one he went home with in the Hellcat, in his ex's Hellcat, and Diane on the right is the one that he unalived while he was riding around trying to figure out where the fuck he was. He had no idea where he was. So he stopped and asked her for directions. Remember on that call the other night we listened to, or the Lockdown 23-1, the interview that dude did with his daddy. Remember his daddy told us that he pulled over, picked Diane up, or asked her for directions, and then offered her a ride. She was going right down the road to the Moose Lodge. She got in, he strangled her. And then he threw her purse out the window. Remember, that's how he was able to tell them her location according to the purse.
The reason that I had her phone was because, first of all, she said I could take it. That was the first thing. She didn't mind. I could take her car. I could take her phone. Because I needed to call Mila, because Mila wasn't. It's the spa that we meet up at. And she was not there, obviously, and so I had to be able to call her to talk to her, ask her where she was. Can we meet up at the spa? And I don't have my own phone. I don't actually have a phone, so that was the reason behind that.
He had two phones.
Did you know Kristine before that night, or did you guys just meet at the Buddha?
No, we just met at the Buddha. That was the first time that we had met. I didn't know her previously before then.
Okay. So you have her phone, you have her car, you don't remember where she lives. What happens next? What do you do next?
What I do next was drive around and try to find her house. That's what I did. And it took a little while. Actually took a couple hours. I don't know. Trying to find the road.
Okay, I'm going to pause it one more time because I know we're trying to get through it, but I wanted to show y'all. This is Mila. Mila is the blonde in the picture with Wade. This is the girl that owned the escort service and the Hellcat.
Trying to find her house. I know what her house looks like. I remember, but I can't find the road. And so yeah, so that's really all, Rochelle. That's all I want to tell you about for now, if that's okay.
So I just want to confirm something at the end there. So you were able to find her house. Did you just return the car and leave the phone inside and walk away? Like, how did that work out?
I was unable to find her house. I was not able to find it.
So what did
But he did.
you do with the car and her phone?
Well, I drove to, like I said, I'm not from here, so I'm unfamiliar with the territory. But I drove to a friend of mine's business, which I'm sure everyone knows about. I mean, you guys have been reporting it. Everyone's been talking about it, so it's nothing like new. I mean, you already know. You know, I went to his business and I sat there with the vehicle. And didn't really know like what else to do. First of all, because Mila is the only other girl. She's the only person that I have in Fort Myers. She's mad at me. She's upset. So that was not an option. So I used to work. I was employed by Mateo Graphics, and so I went over there because I knew how to actually get there.
Okay.
And that's where I believe the police, I guess, had found the vehicle.
So, based on the police reports we're getting, that you were found shirtless and covered in blood inside of that home. Is that true?
Sure. That is actually not true. No, it's not. And actually, when I was found inside of that home, I was completely dressed. I had a shirt on. I wasn't bloody.
Okay, so after he went to his friend's business, he goes and breaks into another random house. Remember, that's where he was drinking the White Claws and just, hanging out, doing whatever. I wanted to show y'all really quick, though. This is him outside of the business, his friend's business. He's shirtless. I think they said he had blood on him, but I can't confirm that because I didn't watch every detail and every minute of the trial. But this is him outside. The friend did testify. This is his friend's business. This is him walking in. They've got camera footage of him backing in right here. This is Kristine's car. So he has traded off the Hellcat for his first victim's car. Okay, so then he backs it in right here. He gets out and he goes in. Well, then he goes back out and he's just sitting in the car. And there's also footage of law enforcement approaching him. And that's what this is from. This is a body cam view of an officer approaching him because he was just sitting in his car. And he had just whooped Mila's ass. So it's so many pieces. So after the first victim, he eventually finds Mila. He whoops her ass and then tries to pull her into the car. And then he takes off, back off in the victim's car. He goes to the business. And then he's just sitting out there. Mila has called the cops and they're looking for him. So cop sees this dude sitting in the parking lot. He's like, yo, what's up? And dude's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my girlfriend. And I'm not really sure what else happened from there. But he didn't get arrested or anything right then, I don't think. I wasn't
anything. Here's the second half of the story that everybody's wanting to know. And that obviously you're saying,
yes.
Did I have anything?
Yes, because they called 911 when he went into the business and somebody told the 911 dispatcher he was covered in blood. And this is him sitting in Kristine's car right here. It's just, what a piece of shit.
You do with these two murders, are they tragic? Yes, they are. Did I have anything to do with them? No, it's not. And is it tragic that I'm sitting in jail and people honestly think that I'm a monster? Yes, it is. That's wrong. But so the second half of the story is I was driving around looking for Kristen's house.
Okay. So he's killed Kristine that he keeps calling Kristen. He's killed Kristine. He's whooped Mila's ass. Now he's riding around and he comes across Diane.
And so I'm driving around at this point in time around Cape Coral.
Diane's the one on the right.
And yes, I did run into Diane. And yes, I did meet her. And yes, I did see her. but I didn't have anything to do with her death. The only thing that had happened was I asked her for directions, trying to kind of like get a general view of where I was at, because now at this point I'm in Cape Coral looking for Kristine's house. I can't find her house. I know what it looks like. I vaguely know what the streets around it look like and the house.
And he's looking for Kristen's house to take her car back, is what I'm assuming. I don't know.
Around it look like, but I don't know how to get there. But now I have another issue. You know, Mila is not answering the phone. She's mad at me. She's upset. She doesn't want to answer the phone. So I'm kind of stuck a little bit in Cape Coral, and can't. I could find my way back, but it was a problem. I was having trouble with directions, to say the least. And and Diane, I asked her for directions, and well, is there anything you want to ask me, or do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, actually, just follow up on that. So describe that encounter. Was she just walking down the side
Yeah, go ahead. Confess to the media, baby. Do it.
of the street? What time was it? How did that work?
What time it was? It was early morning. I mean, I can't give you an exact time. You know, I really can't.
Yeah.
7 or 8 maybe in the morning.
And this is Monday morning?
And yes, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Well, who the fuck parties on a Sunday night? Sorry, not sorry.
Of the 7th, correct?
Yes.
And I don't mean that in a bad way towards the victims, but it's like, Lord, what are y'all doing partying like that on a Sunday night?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. In the morning. Yes.
So you're driving, it's early in the morning, you don't know where you're going, then what happens next?
Okay, what happens next is I asked her for directions, and she was trying to help me figure out where I was. First of all, asked her how to get back to Fort Myers, and just, you know, where I'm at. She helped me out with the directions, and then she actually asked me for a ride. She was going to work, I believe, and she had asked me for a ride. So I gave her a ride, and it was a short, I mean, it wasn't even far that I had given her a ride, maybe a 5-minute drive.
It was 2 blocks away, and she had already been walking.
And I dropped her off, and I believe that it was at a bus stop, so I believe that she was getting on the bus, and that was it with her.
Lies. You somehow got her to get in that damn car, which I don't know how, but whatever. And then while he's driving, he is choking her out with the other hand or arm. I don't know which. I don't know how he was able to do that, but he says he was driving. I don't think he was, but whatever. I digress. And then he threw her out of the car when he went around to the passenger side to pull her out of the car and leave her, he realized she was still breathing. So then he ran her over until what he told his dad, she looked like spaghetti.
And do you remember what was around you? Do you kind of have an idea of like where you dropped her off, where that bus stop was?
Was that where?
Do you have an idea of where that bus stop was, where you dropped her off?
No. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the area. No, ma'am.
Okay. So you dropped her off, and again, the last time you saw Diane Ruiz, she was alive as well?
Yes, she was alive. Yes, correct. Yes, ma'am.
So after that happens, where do you go next? After you drop Diane off, what happens next?
Okay. What happens after that is then
I don't know, Dad.
What happens next is
he called his dad the night he did it. His dad's the one that turned him in. He called his dad. Law enforcement was already on him. Let's not forget he had both victims' phones. Law enforcement contacted Dad after he had talked to Wade, and they said, let us know if he calls you back, because his dad was at work and it was hot and he was tired and he didn't feel like talking about it right then. So he told Wade to call him back around dinner time. So then he calls him back. I think he said it was like 8 to 10-ish. I can't remember. And he just confessed and his dad said that he seemed like he wanted his dad to be happy with him, like he was thrilled about it. He was hyped up and, had the adrenaline pumping through him.
Gave me directions on how to get back to Fort Myers, and that was enough for me to. I couldn't find Kristine's house, so I kind of gave up on that. My second job.
Yes, he lost his teeth in the last jail visit where he did 5 years because he got ganged up on in there.
Was that I would go and try to meet back up with Mila and figure out what to do next.
He damn near confesses the whole thing to Mila on the phone calls too. He didn't quite do it all the way he did with his dad on the no, I don't think he did it on the phone with his dad. I think it was only the in-person visitation that he told his dad. But his dad has since told the cops that, his dad turned him in. So that means he's told law enforcement, he's told his dad, and then he's told Mila. He's admitted to it to Mila. That's what he's done with her.
Next, first of all, we have to get our car. Second of all, I have to return this car to Kristine. And so these are the things that I have to do.
Yeah, because let's not forget Kristine let him use her car. She didn't care.
I go back.
No, because she was dead, you dumb fuck, and her name's Kristine.
Fort Myers, and I think I believe that I went back to Mateo.
No, she didn't call the cops, but she had media when they found out that she was the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, whatever. They were waiting outside her house, and every time he called from the jail, she let them in. Like, she had been telling them that the media was out there, but then what she wasn't telling them is that she's inviting them in when he calls, and they're recording everything.
And
it's like an idiot for a criminal.
In Fort Myers, like I said, where I used to be employed, and I parked the vehicle there. I went inside Mateo Graphics, called Mila, but did not go back to meet up with her again. And then, leaving the car there.
Yes, these two were last with him. And then he went and seen Mila. This is the girl that was the girlfriend. She's the owner of the Hellcat. She's the one that was allowing the media to come in and record her phone calls with him.
I left the business and walked on foot, and that was it. The rest,
possibly
really
Verika.
Not much left to the story after that.
So I just wanted
they said that they found me, and I guess I had blood on me.
Yes.
The first thing is, to be honest with you, this is not true.
Hey, Ken.
If there was any blood on me, it was from myself, because I do personal training, and my hands, I had been doing push-ups on the ground on asphalt, which was not smart of me.
He's such an idiot.
But I did, and I had
And that's what's crazy, because his victims don't seem to have any of the type of skank personalities his exes do.
Quarter-size,
very strange
scars, open wounds on my hand that had reopened, and they constantly are reopening. They're on the palm of my hand, and there was a little bit of blood on my pants, I believe, from that. And like I said, this is no wonder that the police, even with everything they have now, like my clothes.
Yeah, Dad, we started a series. We listened to Kiosk Kristine the other day as one of the little skankos calling him since he's been in jail. Like, women are romanticizing this dude. Like, all the TikToks. Just wait, we got more to cover.
Well, not my pants.
But I gotta stop stopping.
The FPLE testing that they say that they're running, it's not a surprise that I haven't been charged with anything. I know this because the blood that's on my pants is from my hand. So if they're saying that there's any blood, it's from myself.
So wait, I have to ask you. We spoke to Mila, and she's claiming that when you confess, she's claiming that you confessed to her.
She was on her way to work, and he stopped by her and asked her for directions.
And she says that when you confessed, that you told her you were under the influence of drugs. Is there any truth to that at all?
They are, Mama.
No, there's not truth to that. And if I do, like what people do in their personal lives is what they decide to do. I don't think that it's fair for other people to get into other people's personal business. And if you drink alcohol, I'm not going to ask you if you do. That's your own business. You're a grown woman. You're a grown individual.
Hey, Tinker.
Mila doesn't know me very well. Like, she doesn't know me enough to say these things.
I have two follow-ups for you. One, did you in
Right,
fact confess
Kathy?
to her? Because that's what she's telling us. Did you confess to these murders to Mila?
Is that what she's saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. No, I didn't confess that.
Yes, you did, because she let the media in to record it.
And a confession. Also, let me just inform you. I'm innocent of these.
Now, let's remember, all of these calls are pre-trial. This one, if I'm not mistaken, if somebody in here knows, if I'm not mistaken, this one was after trial, while he's awaiting to see if the judge is going to give him the death penalty or not.
Charges, if there is any charges that will be present. I haven't been charged with anything.
Okay. So no, these are all. So he did all of this. Everything we're going to listen to is all pre-trial. So then when he went into trial, they had all this.
And that's all that I can tell you about that.
So let me ask you this then. So it appears that you were the last person to see these two women alive, or one of the last people to see these two women alive. Does that scare you? You're saying you didn't do it, but does it concern you that you're one of the last people to see them alive and nobody knows what happened to them at this point?
Sure. No, I understand that. But that's not my fault. That's not my concern. That doesn't have anything to do with me. I can't give you any answer about that. Just because I'm the last person to see them, obviously, like I said, I've told you my side of the story, and that's all there is to it.
So I just wanted to ask you, do you have any theories as to what may have happened to these two women?
I haven't seen past the 20-minute mark, so this is new to me.
Well, to be honest with you, man, since I've been in here, I talk to a lot of people. I have friends and family that still support me, and I've heard that a third woman was found in Cape Coral, and this was big on the news, and so it doesn't surprise me that it sounds as though somebody is going around doing these terrific things, and
that proves that it wasn't me. And
like I said, since I've been incarcerated now in the Lee County Jail.
Me too, Laura.
Been found in Cape Coral.
We're still working on that. I don't know that I remember any other women being found, but I'll look into that and see.
Well, that's what I've heard. So maybe I'm incorrect on this. I'm not entirely sure, but just what I've heard. It's hard for me to hear. It's hard for me to get clear news, being that actually in Lee County Jail I'm housed in segregation. I don't get to see the news or anything like that. I just get to hear things from family members and other people.
So just to confirm.
So he got all those face tats and hadn't even been released to Jim Pop. And they're saying that Jim Pop's going to be upset, like the little racists over there and Jim Pop are going to be upset. He got the swastikas and shit all over him.
You haven't confessed to Mila and you haven't confessed to anyone to these murders.
I know, right, Mom?
No, but are they saying that I did?
We're hearing that you may have confirmed to multiple people. That's why I was asking you.
Right. And I've heard the same thing. But it doesn't, just things that you hear, you can't believe.
Your girlfriend's fucked you over, bro.
That doesn't mean that they're true.
Something else that people were talking about at your latest court appearance, people were talking about your shaved head and that you had what looks like a swastika on your head. Do you want to talk about that? Because people are making judgments based on that as well.
The question that you asked me, I don't wish to speak on that.
Okay.
I don't think it's not relevant to the situation in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's something that needs to be brought up.
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to ask. Viewers at home are asking, so I wanted to ask you for your side. So really quickly, Wade, I want to jump back in. I know that you said you met Kristine just that night at the Buddha room, and obviously you guys spent the night together and a part of the morning together. Was there any conversation? Did she tell you that, her plans for that day, the next day? Was she going to go anywhere, meet anybody? We're just trying to understand, what happened to her.
Did she tell me any of her plans?
Yeah, we're trying to find out what happened to her. So anything you can tell us will help.
Well, here's what I was concerned about, and here's something that the police have not even. I'm not sure they've investigated into it or not. She didn't tell me what.
Here comes a curveball, guys. Get ready.
She was gonna do the next day. Like, she didn't tell me her plans. Honestly, like. Okay, here we go. She didn't tell me, you know what I mean, what she was gonna do. But here's what I tried to convey to the police. And I don't know if they've looked into it. They didn't even. Remember when I told you that we left the Buddha with her friend and another man, and I don't know his name, the guy that lived on the.
Wrong. He does know his name because he's the girlfriend's ex-boyfriend.
McGregor. And so what I told the police, because they did ask me, they said the night that we left his house and went and got an Uber ride to her house, he was going to take us in my car, and he was going to drive us to Kristen's house. So Kristen told him her address, and he knew where she lived. Now, the other thing about it is the reason that we left his house was actually because he was kind of like weird. He was really strange.
They left. Now, the friend that was at dude's house with Wade and Kristine, the first victim, Kristine's friend testified and said they left the house because old buddy lived with his mama, and his mama wasn't too happy they was all out there partying.
The longer we stayed there, me, Kristen, and Kristen's friend, none of us wanted to be there. We were all kind of like, this guy's weird, he's real strange, he's a little off. And so none of us wanted to be at his house anymore, which is the reason we wanted to leave. Now, the problem was with leaving in my car, me and Mila have this car, the Hellcat, and I can't drive a stick shift. Usually I let Mila drive. She drives and I sit in the passenger seat. And so this guy, the way that we got to his house was because he drove. He could drive a stick shift. So there was another problem of leaving his house was I'm about to run out of gas. I can't drive a stick shift. And so we told him her address, and he was going to drive us to her house. But for whatever reason, when we were about to leave, he decided that he didn't want to come anymore, and he didn't. And so this is another individual that I've tried when the police investigated me, and I told them about him. I don't know his name. I don't know who he is.
Yes,
I know vaguely where he lives. Maybe I could find it. And I've told them that. And whether or not they've looked into this further, I'm not sure.
And that gentleman was Kristine's friend, correct?
He testified as well. That dude at Mama's house, he testified too.
Yes, no. He was somebody that we had met.
So I said, Remy,
that
you
night at the
pussy.
Buddha.
Gotcha.
So I don't think that he was Kristen's friend. But if he was, I'm not really sure. Because when I met all of them, they were already conveying, together. They were already together. So he may or may not be her friend. I don't want to tell you something that I don't know.
But he does know.
But as far as I could tell,
because he knows him, because him and old buddy used to have beef, because that is his old lady's ex-dude.
He was just somebody that they met that night.
Okay. As far as Diane is concerned, I know you guys spoke about directions, and she gave you directions back to Fort Myers. When you gave her a ride, did she talk about anything else with you?
No, she didn't really talk about much. She just talked about work. And I don't even remember what she said she did for work. I can't remember that.
Word salad.
About going to work, and that was it. The ride that we had together was short, like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe at most.
Yeah, the dude at Mama's house testified against him. They said, "Well, did you supply drugs?" He's like, "No, I had my stuff for me. I wasn't giving them none of my stuff."
And that was it. So we didn't really talk a whole lot. You know, it was real short ride, and dropped her off. And I thought that she wanted me to drive her all the way to work. You know, that's the assumption that I was under. And you know, but then she said she just wanted to be dropped off at the bus. So that was what I did.
Mm-mm.
And at this point, you told me you don't have a lawyer or you have a public defender, but you're seeking outside counsel. Is that correct?
Yes,
Keep this in mind too. The outside counsel. Daddy's about to roast his ass on that too.
I am seeking outside counsel. I have had people outside of the public defender's office contact me.
Loving the laundry,
and
right?
There is certain people.
I knew how to drive a stick shift at like, I don't know, probably 10 or 11. My papa taught me. The papa with a farm, he had this little, I don't even know what it was. This was a little red Ford Ranger, and it was beat the hell and back. It was this farm truck, and they lived on like this really terrible long dirt road. So I learned a little bit on that, and then Dad taught me in my first car, which was a Jeep Cherokee that was manual.
People that are considering taking my case on.
So obviously, you know, Wade, this interview was to get your side of things.
Yeah,
is there
his
anything
mom.
else that people at home should know from your point of view?
Yes, from my point of view, I would say to the people at home, do not listen to what necessarily the media says all the time. Not to convey you guys, not to say anything about you guys, but don't always listen to what the media says. Don't always listen to false reports.
Yes. Make sure y'all always remember to pay attention to only what Wade says and his true reports, because he busts himself out left and right. Can't keep his mouth fucking shut. It's amazing that dude has like, what's the come on, make it make sense. You got a tattoo of stitches across your mouth, but you can't keep your fucking mouth shut.
A man is guilty until proved innocent.
Not that that's a bad thing. I think it's great he couldn't keep his mouth shut, and it gets justice for the victims, but it also gives me something to make fun of. So whatever.
And he is not guilty until proved innocent. And the thing about it is that I don't, I'm just a man sitting in jail, and I'm being slandered. I'm being talked down to. I'm being put on a very bad place. I'm being put in a very bad place, and it's not fair to me. I have a family. I have 2 children, and I'm a God-fearing man, and I just wanted to get my
he's a God-fearing man. Y'all remember it.
Story out there and to clarify everything that's going on. And I just hope that people, take all this into consideration and look at me in a different light, and that people, hopefully they just can support me and be here for me. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
All right.
And let's not forget, he also, like, women who support him and think that he just needs to be given help and another chance have started a GoFundMe for him, and he was behind it 100%. So Dad is about to chew his ass out. Y'all ready? Let's go back to it, because we done went way off the beaten path. Okay, so that's his story full of bullshit that Dad's about to be talking about. Okay,
I am in an air
to sit down. You're trying to.
Bro, the hell are you talking about?
None of that.
You're being smart for it.
So I want to tell you about a few things on how I feel about a few things. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I said. That's what I told them earlier, Burden. Like, it wasn't because it was out of gas. Bro couldn't back it out of the driveway.
All right. First of all, that GoFundMe account, that shit was a pretty stupid move. Okay. And I understand, you're trying to get money and all that. I get that part of it.
Here it is,
but
breaks.
Because of that is what sparked all the other bullshit that now is all over the goddamn news. So, you know,
Look at them
listen,
stitches.
I-
Look at them stitches. He should have got them over his lip. That's where the disconnect comes in. Figured it out. Got it.
don't know why you felt the need to sit down and have conversations with these media people.
No, if you was just listening to the jail phone calls and not that interview we just listened to, you wouldn't even known he had 2 kids.
And go into detail like you did, because I'm telling you how it was received. It was received from everybody who has heard it, and people are posting all over shit, and they're commenting, and the news. You sounded horrible. You sounded like a straight liar. You were.
Well, he is horrible, and he is a straight liar. He already
Period.
confessed. He confessed while Mila had the news people there. So they broadcasted and aired out his whole confession, and now he's on here like, oh, I'm innocent. I never did any of this stuff. By the way, there's a GoFundMe. You dang right there's going to be public outrage, and people are going to be posting, and he deserves every bit of it.
Were stumbling over your words. You were repeating things, you know, trying to, you know, come up with what you were saying. And it really came off bad, Wade. Really, really, really bad.
It is bad.
You know, you got to look at it from another perspective sometimes. And, you know, now they're blasting these phone interviews all over the place where you talk about, you know, having sex with Kristine. You didn't even say your name right.
I remember that.
Here is Dad. Here's
Didn't
a
even
picture
say
of
her
Dad,
freaking name right.
for those who don't know.
And you know, if I can add something, I you know, I am on TikTok. I'm pretty large over there. Got about 800,000. No flex. I'm just saying. It's part of my
Flex,
job. I got to
baby,
be on
flex.
TikTok. And
Flex, baby. You deserve it. Got good shit going on over here.
inevitably, I'm seeing a lot of Wade Wilson like thirst trap fangirl edits of him, his best, sexiest moments in the court.
Now, if you go to the first video I did on Wade Wilson, it's called Hybristophilia. That's the name you're gonna see on it. That one is the one talking about this specific thing, because I was one of those bitches before I knew what he was in for. I just seen him all over TikTok. I was like, who is this dude? Like, I was down. And then it was like, wah, wah, wah.
Room, and he's always so quiet and got a little smirk or a little serious face or a little, you know, a little face or doing a little gesture, and women are putting this little sexy music and all these little filters on these videos, making him look so sexy.
Hey,
He's so tall
Shut
and
up.
tatted and quiet and mysterious and dangerous. I hope every single one of you women watch these videos and hear these phone calls, because this takes away all the mystery. When you think he's all strong and silent, he's on here begging like a little boy who's cold and needs his long johns.
Now, the reason he keeps referring to his cold ankles and long johns and stuff, because apparently in one of the phone calls we have not went over on this channel yet, because we are kind of sporadically jumping around, there are phone calls where he is requesting long johns.
It needs a bag of chips because I'm hungry.
Cheddar
He sounds
and
like a
sour
little
cream.
boy. Let me tell you something, brother. There are plenty
Little
of ways to
boy.
hustle in jail, prison, all that. I don't care what part of it you're in or
I was down too, way down. Laugh out loud. Sorry, Brantley. Bro. Like, hey, baby. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, love.
Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Move that ass. Let the right go work that ass. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Bo.
or how, he's no. You can hustle at any point in any part of any jail and any prison and come up with your own money and your own necessities to survive in there and get by. And this
He's
guy's
a
not man
pissy
enough to do it.
baby. Well, he's a pissy baby boy, but he's also, I mean, to be fair, he's not in gym pop. I can't remember what it's called. Is it confinement? Solitary? No. What is it he's in?
He just wants to mooch and leech off anybody who will buy his little stupid little sob story, and he's going to get on there and whine like a little baby. So, this is the guy that some of y'all women out there, not all, but some of y'all weird women out there find sexy. This little dumb little idiot right here. He's not strong and silent and sexy. He's on the phone. Dad, there's $20 kiosk.
Fuck it. Let me show y'all, since that's what he's talking about right now. Here we go. Because all I got to do is type. Nola, you're taking my computer mouse with you, baby. Look, hold on. Wade Wilson. And I can find. What I'm saying, when you see these videos and you have no idea who this dude is or what's going on, you're like, damn, hey, daddy. Look, that was just the first video.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at.
I don't know what that is. Sorry. I don't know what that was. Let's see. This is a look-alike. Look, here's one.
My twisty gon' lose it, pull out the little Uzi, make it sound like Fuzi. We rich like we boozy. Got hands on me every day. I do. Cause of the G's, I buy trues.
Maybe it's just his size, Brantley. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Jesus Christ. But like all these videos, they glorify the fuck out of this dude for real.
But mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this type of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright.
Oh God, fuck. Maybe I got hybristophilia. I don't fucking know. Anyways, back to let's go back to Papa Wilson cussing him out.
Long Johns.
Kept saying Kristen, and her name's Kristine. So Kristen's the chick you're talking to now. So that really looked bad.
Eos Kristen. If you haven't seen it, it's on my second Wade Wilson video. Just go by dates, baby. Just go by dates.
Yeah.
What else looked bad is it's like the media doesn't give a fuck about you, Wade. They're not the judge and they're not the jury. So you trying to convince them thinking, oh, they're going to put my story out there and people are going to feel bad for me or see it my way.
Yeah.
It did the exact opposite. 100%. the exact opposite. So now what Mila's going to do, and I'm just guessing this.
Hold up. His cup said kiosk Kristen. Or, hold on, let's see.
Opposite. 100%. The exact opposite.
Kiosk. That's funny.
So now what Mila's going to do, and I'm just guessing this. I don't know for sure. But what Mila's going to do is now she's going to come back and do her own story to combat the fact that Mila Spa isn't your and hers business. Her car isn't you and hers car. You know, you just...
See, he's just saying, like, everything you said in that interview that was released, it's just going to give Mila another reason to respond because you were straight up lying in it.
Her car is not even her car. I don't give a fuck. Her car is not even her car.
Okay,
her car is under some sugar daddy's name.
Is that what it said?
Your dad didn't.
Kiosk cup. That is funny.
It's not even her car.
Okay,
her car is under some sugar daddy's name.
Your dad isn't telling you what really is your dad is telling you how it's going to get played, who's going to do what to set what narrative and how it's going to get put on the media. How about you shut your freaking mouth? Use those stitches that you got tattooed on your face. Keep your mouth shut and listen to somebody who's trying to tell you how it's coming off on the news. It don't matter what. It don't matter if it's y'all's car, your car, her car. It don't matter if her spa's for escorts or if it's for massages and singing Tibetan singing bowls and incense getting lighted. It don't matter. It's about what's going to get put out there and how people are going to perceive it. He can't even shut up long enough to take it in and use his brain. But then again, that's why he did what he did. That's why he's at where he's at, and that's why your ankles are cold, brother.
I can give a fuck.
Okay. But you're all over there saying, me and Mila, we have a Hellcat. We have a 2016 Hellcat. No, you don't.
You know what, Dad? I don't give a fuck, man. I didn't tell the media shit, bro. I didn't tell them anything that's bad for me. They can say because I'm stumbling over my words. Who gives a fuck, man?
How are you going to tell the guy who heard your soundbite, he heard your interview, that you didn't tell the media anything that he's telling you about what he heard? He's telling you what he saw and heard on the TV.
And what's going to hurt you?
And you're sitting here saying, I never did that. You're an idiot.
Listen. You can think that way. It's going to bite you in your ass.
I'm sorry to keep. I'm telling why Wade's getting worked up here and he's getting angry. You know why? Because he knows he screwed up. Mm-hmm. He knows he screwed up. He thought he had it all figured out. He thought he was Mr. Smart Guy. He thought he had a master plan. Thought he was the real life Joker with his little tattoos. And you got played like an idiot, like we all knew he would. And now he's realizing that. Now he's getting pissed at the wrong guy. He's getting pissed at his dad. He's just a messenger. Papa's just a messenger.
He's just letting you know, bro.
Don't get mad at him. Don't start getting all snippy and snarky with him. You did that, brother, just like you did everything else to get you in this position.
Because now what's going to happen is when these attorneys, when they charge you and these attorneys come to you, I mark my words, they're going to say to you, listen, the worst thing you ever did was do those news interviews because now you're locked into a story that we can't change. So when you're saying all this to the media, you left out the visit between you and me when on a recorded visitation, you said what you said.
All right, let's get ready to rumble.
Phone calls between you and me where you said what you said.
Yep.
When you talked to Mila and you told her, the media
but who
was
told them? Who told
next to her.
Who told them anything about phone calls between me and you? Who told them that?
Wait, it's
who told them that?
Record, son.
Who told?
Yeah. Literally by tomorrow, Minimum 45,000 people will have heard this phone call with you, Wade. Nobody has to tell them. It's like your dad just said, it's public record, brother.
Told him that.
Nobody has told them. The detectives have it, son. The
Okay, so no one told them that. Stop it, Dad.
No.
Now this is him trying to gaslight his daddy because his daddy's the one that turned him in.
Man, give it up, man.
Mila, listen, when you talk to Mila, the media was next to her. She had it on speaker and heard you.
Man, I know that. I already know that. I know that. But I'm talking about with me and you talking on the phone. Who said that? And who's the one that, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Right, okay.
And see, he's not getting it. Dad's not talking about their phone conversations. He's talking about their taped visitation and his phone calls to Mila where he's confessing to it.
You're not hearing me. Nobody said that. I'm telling you that the detectives, you think they didn't watch that? Do you think they didn't hear all that?
Fact.
They came to talk to you later that night after we visited, and you called me the next day, and I said, hey, did they come see you? Yeah, they came to see me. What happened? I told them the truth, Dad. They have all that. You think that's not going to come up in court?
So talking to the media, talking to the media doesn't fucking matter then.
It changes everything. It shows that you don't give a fuck. It shows that now you're changing your story.
Dude, brother, you're mad at the wrong person. Wade. You should be mad at yourself.
I agree, Pablo. You taking it out on daddy like you've had a bad day. Listen, bro, you're having bad days because you did it. You did it to yourself.
I mean, ultimately, it's good that you screwed up so bad and slipped up so hard and admitted like a dummy to all these people. But if you're going to be mad and upset about that,
hey, don't, Mama.
That you made such stupid decisions.
What is it when they have like no conscience? Is that a psychopath?
From the criminal's perspective, don't be mad at your dad. Be mad at yourself.
Yeah,
you know what? I give a fuck about people that give a fuck about me. That's what I give a fuck about.
You should.
All I care about is people who put Long John money on my kiosk. So screw you, Daddy.
That's what I give a fuck about. And I'll tell you what. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I give a fuck about. Period.
I understand, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm just letting you know.
He's trying to gaslight you. He's trying to say you don't give a fuck about him.
People that have my best interest in mind, I give a fuck about. Everybody else, I could give a fuck less.
And who is that? Don't
worry about who that is.
Kristine?
Don't worry about who that is.
Is that kiosk Kristine? Is that kiosk Kristine? Look, I'm going to rewind it because Dad, you'll hear his tone changes right where I paused it. So I'm going to rewind it. Listen, 5 seconds.
Dad. And who is that?
Don't worry about who that is.
Kristine?
Don't worry about who that is. Don't worry about who that is.
Yeah, that's what I went. What?
What? Yeah.
No, you talking crazy now, brother.
Get him.
Okay. Wade.
Get him, Daddy.
Good luck to you, son.
Good luck to you, Dad.
Remember?
Yeah.
Just remember when you shit on me, Dad. Every time you shit on me. Remember that. Yeah, every time you shit on me, Dad.
Okay, buddy. Okay, Wade.
And remember, this is all pre-trial. Everything's pre-trial. The interview we watched the other day between Lockdown 23 and 1 and Wade Wilson's daddy Wilson, that interview we watched the other day, he said on the end of that interview that they haven't spoke since this.
All right.
Oh, so you didn't shit on me, Dad? You didn't shit on me?
I haven't.
Bro, you ran over a woman and choked another to death. Just shut up.
Well, you damn near choked the second.
This man said he'd buy you a tablet that he doesn't have to buy you because they're free. You played them. This man puts phone money on your phone so y'all can talk. This man tries to give you advice to keep you from looking like an idiot. This dude, man.
Shit on you?
Did you?
Or did I shit on you?
Come on, man.
Of course I didn't shit on you.
Don't ask me that question like you don't know.
How did I shit on you?
So he feels like Dad turning him in was shitting on him, but yet he said his dad did the right thing, because he absolutely would have kept going.
Well, I ask you that
How
question
did I
like you don't
shit on
know.
you?
Do you want me to not have
asked
anybody?
me
Yes,
you want me
Eureka.
to not have anybody in my life? Is that what
Did I
makes you
say
happy?
that?
Is that what makes no? But that's what you
Did
do.
I say that?
He hadn't
but
said
that's
anything
you
like
do.
that.
What did
He's trying to. He's honestly doing a little more than he should to protect you,
agree.
because you know what, you don't deserve protection.
Every time. That's the
What
shit
did I
you do,
do?
man. You know, you're not stupid. You're not fucking. You don't have an
I don't know what
IQ of
you're
fucking.
talking about.
You don't have an IQ of 50, bro. You're not a stupid motherfucker,
You're
bro.
right. So don't try me.
About what? No, but there was an old man that was just, his vehicle was found here. I can't remember where his body was found, but when we were in Panama City, he was missing for a week or two. They finally found him.
So don't try me like I do.
No, you
asked
try
the
me.
question, so
You try
answer
me,
the
bro.
question.
You try me, Dad. Always.
How did I try you?
You know what?
Ray?
It's so dumb. You always.
You know what? I really can't wait till this dude gets the. Let me hold my tongue.
Death penalty?
Let me tell you something. This dude
DP?
right here, if somebody gets the opportunity, which is very possible, when he goes to prison, somebody gonna. I know his type.
Right? Facts.
Let me tell you something. Okay. You're gonna get real stitches in them lips. You don't need them. You're gonna get real live stitches in them lips.
Try me. You don't want me to have anybody in my life.
You're
That's crazy. You want to just
What are
kick
you
you want to
talking
kick everyone
about?
out on my life, bro.
Wait, save that shit. Don't get on fucking TV talking about I'm a God-fearing man and I've got two
Y'all remember that? God-fearing man.
little kids. You haven't asked me one time about your fucking kids.
Tell him, Daddy.
Not one time.
Get him, Daddy. Wilson.
Facts.
Get him.
Truth. That's the Long John truth, Wade. That's the Long John truth. We've listened to every call this man has made. If all you knew about this man was from these phone calls, you wouldn't even know he had kids.
You wouldn't.
Tell him, hey, listen, get him, Dad. Let him know. Let him know.
Now you're on fucking the media talking about your God-fearing and I've got two kids. You're a dumbass because your stupid ass did what you did. Your stupid ass admitted it, and now your stupid ass is on TV claiming you're innocent. You dumb bitch.
Oh.
That was the best part. You dumb bitch. Let's play it again. Let's hit it for the replay.
Now you're on fucking the media talking about your God-fearing and I've got two kids. You're a dumbass because your stupid ass did what you did. Your stupid ass admitted it, and now your stupid ass is on TV claiming you're innocent. You dumb bitch.
Oh. And that's the bottom line. Because Wade's dad said so.
I know,
Oh, my
I will
goodness.
Clip it. I'll clip it from this live.
Oh, man. Oh. My goodness.
Now, see, y'all, if you haven't listened to the previous calls between him and his dad, that's why, like, I should have resisted playing this tonight, because now it's going to be all out of order. Oh my Lord. But all the other calls, he's being really supportive, and he's holding him accountable. He's making him be accountable. But he's still trying to be, like they talked about how he turned them in, and like they had these conversations, but Dad has just fucking had it.
Sweet baby Jesus. Okay,
Oh well.
Now your stupid ass has put it out on TV.
Hey, look how
guess what, you stupid
look how when I call you out.
With that.
Look how when I call you out, how you snap.
Call
You
me
see
out.
what I'm saying?
You know what?
Look how when I call you out, you snap. No, look how when you turn on the only person who's still trying to have your back, even though, let's be real, he probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I think internally he's struggling as a father with what you did and the morality and the inhumanity of that. And then also with being your father still at the end of the day through everything else. And you're going to talk to him and say the thing. You're going to talk to him the way you did on this call and say the things you said to him on this call. Oh, yeah, he snapped and he went
Right,
ahead
Mama?
and let you have what he's been holding them this whole time.
He really has. He has done so good. Y'all seen him the other night on that interview, and it was the first interview he's done publicly. And he said they no longer talk, that he hasn't heard from Wade since. So he hasn't even heard from Wade during the trial, after the trial, none of that. Dad was the only person he still really had in his corner that wasn't a hoe, period.
He tried to put it to you as nice and respectfully as he could. Hey, Wade, I'm just telling you, maybe, I don't know. Hey, listen, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know why he told his dad, but his dad said on the interview the other night that he felt like Wade was telling him in a way where he wanted his dad to be just as excited and just as hyped up about it as he was. That's why Dad turned him in. There was no regret. It was only adrenaline and excitement.
Yeah, well, all right, you dumb bitch. You're an idiot. There, I said it. Nope.
You know what I'll do? I'll clip that little portion of him cussing Wade out, and I'll put like some Gangster's Paradise behind it or something.
Nobody cares if your ankles are chilly. You pushed him to that. You think he's...
What you calling
when I call you out, you show your cards. You show your cards, Dad.
Kid
you show your cards, Dad.
Control his anger.
You show your cards.
You bitches, and now you're fucking claiming you need $8,000 for legal. You know how much money it would cost to defend your ass?
Okay, so that's because he wants his dad to help with his legal. And Dad was already telling him that would be hard for him to do. Like, they have a phone call that came before this where Dad was telling him, like, bro, you're looking at like premeditated and possibly capital murder. So times 2. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford that.
On murder charges? What do you think the state attorney thinks?
I guess it's a good thing I haven't. I guess it's a good thing I haven't been. I guess it's a good thing I haven't been charged with murder then, huh?
Don't worry, it's coming.
Yeah, remember this is pre-charges.
All your shit, bitch. No, you will be. Unfortunately, you will be. And now, Wade, you're gonna wear it because your dumbass can't keep your mouth shut.
Oh well, you can't keep your mouth shut. You tell everybody everything. Listen, man. You tell everybody everything. You can't keep your mouth shut.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. I mean, I don't even need to say. We all know. If anyone is, we all know. You're the one who can't keep your mouth shut. It's so. I swear, I just can't get over the irony of the fact that he got these tattoos of his mouth, these stitches on his mouth that literally, like, keep your mouth stitched shut, and you are the main person who can't shut up yapping about how you ran over some woman 100 times to the point where her body was hard to identify, and then talking to Mila about how, no, I never stabbed her, I just choked her to death. At least I didn't put her body in the trunk after I used her car to drive around. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. You can't quit.
We're gonna be going over those calls as well.
That shit, Wade.
No, that's the truth, though. You know how sad that is. That's the truth.
My number, bitch.
That's the truth.
Don't give nobody the number because I tell the truth. You got this dumbass bitch who on the phone with me. You claim she ain't really a fat girl, Dad, but she's borderline a fat girl.
Who
you
cares?
Know how stupid you sound.
Who cares?
Wow.
And see, I don't know what he's referring to right there, so I'll be finding that out along with the rest of you.
Oh gosh. My goodness.
Right,
the game.
Sandy?
Why would you ruin? Why would you ruin my game? Why do you care to? Why do you care to ruin my game?
Attorney cares.
Why do you want to
The
ruin my
state
game?
attorney
That's what I'm
cares.
asking you.
My
Answer
game.
my question.
Talking
Why do you want to
about
ruin my
another
game?
woman like that.
Answer my question. Why do you want to ruin my game?
What game, bro? I mean,
Wager.
yeah, I guess he does have game. He's got skanks all over him, but like, what about the murder of the two women? What? That's not a game.
Wager, because you ain't got no game. That's what you fail to realize, son. You don't got no game. Your
Mhm.
game is $20 kiosk. That's literally it. And I don't think you've gotten over $20.00 yet. I think one person put $20 on there. Other than that, brother.
Why do you want to ruin my game?
Got game. You don't have game.
Well, Dad, you know what?
sound lame
Sad
as
to say, I came from you. So who?
He said, "You're so lame as fuck." Here, I'll rewind it.
Why do you want to ruin my game?
Got game. You don't have game.
Well, Dad, you know what?
sound lame
Sad
as
to say, I came from you. So who gives a fuck?
sound lame as fuck, Wade.
Dad,
You
you're
sound
lame as fuck.
lame. to
Dad,
the
you're lame as
media.
fuck, Dad.
You
You're
sound
lame as fuck, Dad.
with your stories.
You're
You
lame as
sound
fuck, Dad.
lame with your lies.
Oh well,
Now
who cares,
you
Dad?
deal with it. I care. And you know what? I'm going to stop you.
Thank you for using GTL.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to
Yeah. So that was the most recent call that was put out by phone calls from, I think is it phone calls from jail or is it phone calls from prison? I will show y'all. It's phone calls from prison. Okay, here, let me show y'all. This is their channel. Okay, there's the link in the chat. This is their channel. And if you go to the videos, it covers other people too. But down here, let's see. I gotta find it. Okay, so we're not too far behind then. Okay. So this is where it starts right here. Now, my question, this one's called I ran her over with a car 100 times, jail call. Do y'all want to go over, because he had an ex-girlfriend named Kelly. He attacked her several months prior to killing these two women. He bit her in the face. They did a rape kit. They did all kinds of stuff. She got away. She survived. So that's who we were going to talk about today. But if y'all would rather, we can go over his original confession over the phone. Phone calls from prison is awesome. Oh, thank you. Yep, I didn't see you dropped it. I'm sorry. He was on his way to being a serial killer. Okay, you're just here. Anybody else got an opinion? We can either go figure out who Kelly is, find out who Kelly is, because there's like, it's not a lot. There's a 10-minute clip. There's a phone call with Wade Wilson, full jail call with Dad and the ex-girlfriend Kelly. So it's 5 calls in total. And then there's another interview that JD DeLay did with Kelly. No. You want the confession, Laura? Fuck it. I'll introduce Kelly in as we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the confession.
This video contains one jail call made by Wade Wilson. Wade was convicted in June of 2024 for the murders of 2 women in 2019, Kristine Melton and Diane Ruiz. He is awaiting his
Y'all make sure to go show phone calls from prison some love.
sentence, which is scheduled for this month on August 27th. The jury has recommended the death penalty. In this call, you will hear Wade confess to his dad. Take a listen.
I want to start at the beginning. We'll just start a series. And we may end up going over dad cussing him out again later as we get there.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, boy?
Hey, I just wanted to call you so you know that this is the number. They were just, this is the only time they give me the phone. I'm still in the,
Did they come talk to you last night?
They did, and apparently they had already got the body at like 1 o'clock. They just wanted,
Okay. Y'all remember on the last call with his dad, dad said, like, I called you, I asked you if you talked to him. You said, yeah, you did the right thing and you told him the truth. That's what they're talking about right here. This is when dad made that call.
to come talk to me so they, you know, so they could fucking, so I would admit to it. There it is.
Yeah, and when I walked out of visitation,
It's fine. I'll just have to change my thumbnails around.
Yeah,
my wife, you know, she was in the truck,
yeah.
and she found that she had gotten an alert of a news story. They said they had found her at like 1:30, and they didn't announce it, I guess, until, you know, 6 o'clock or whatever. But they still haven't come out and identified her.
Oh, really? They haven't?
They said no. They said that they couldn't identify her. They needed the medical examiner to do it.
You're kidding me. Holy shit.
Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it that bad, son?
It was that bad, Dad. I mean, I ran over her with a fucking car 100 times, you know? I mean, it was, that's the part that made it bad right there. It wasn't bad until that happened, and then it got bad.
But,
Yeah.
listen, I know the calls are recorded and all that, but I was sitting here working.
Hey, I'm just letting y'all know Caden's gonna hook to my data because he's wanting to play a game. If it starts getting robot-y, let me know because I told him he'd have to get off.
And I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it's really bothering me, but this is what I just don't understand. Like, why to that extreme? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to make it to that extreme, son?
I don't know.
What are you angry with, dude? What are you angry about? You know what I'm saying? What are you fucking angry about? Especially with women. Like, what are you angry at women for?
I don't know. I'm not sure,
I
man.
don't know either, dude.
I need to
And it
figure
bothers me.
I need to figure it out. I do.
You do need to figure it out.
I know.
But, you know, I just don't. Did you stab that first girl?
Did I stab her? No.
You
No.
choked her.
Yeah, just choked her, yeah. That's it.
Okay. So the blood you had all over you was from the second girl.
It might have been. Yeah. Either that or it was my own. Blood because I had climbed a couple fences and stuff like that, and I had got blood. I had cut myself, but I don't know if it was. Yeah.
So this is the truth.
This Tommy guy, is he the guy that from the Keys?
Yeah, he is. What?
Yeah, he was on the news. He was on the news last night, just saying, you know, that you were a monster. And
he talked about me on the. He talked about me on the news. It was that big.
Was it that big?
He compared you to Ted.
Was it that big?
Ted Bundy.
You're kidding me, bro.
You know, no, because Ted Bundy's, you know, good-looking kid, you know, and he was charming, and the women liked him, and
he would have been another Ted Bundy. I have no doubt in my mind at all. I am going to speed this to 125 though.
That was also Mila's ex. Her ex.
See?
That's what he said.
The guy that lived at his mama's house and took the party back to his mama's house that was handing out the drugs. Yeah, that guy was Mila's ex.
Or the news said or whatever. But listen, Kelly's come out and wrote Channel 4 or something and did this big story with them about what you had done to her. And
oh, look, we can tie both of them in though. So what Dad's talking about is he said Kelly came out with the story of what he did to her. So let's just switch over to what he's talking about.
Where one of the women who says that the convicted murderer, Wade Wilson, attacked her is now speaking out. Last week, a jury recommended to a judge that Wilson be sentenced to death after the same jury convicted him of murdering 2 women, Kristine Melton and Diane Ruiz.
Look at the evil. He just shark eyes for real.
Those women were found dead back in 2019 after being strangled by Wilson. This is all according to the prosecution. Scripps News' Cape Coral spoke with a woman who claims that she was attacked by Wilson shortly before these murders took place. Take a listen.
He was.
Convicted Cape Coral murderer Wade Wilson will soon find out if he will go to prison for life or be put to death. I'm Fox 4 senior reporter Caitlin Knapp, and I dug into his background after the state attorney made an interesting comment to me about Wilson. The comment led me to track down Wilson's ex-girlfriend, who believes the murders could have been avoided if Palm Beach County deputies arrested Wilson for her reported crime.
We've heard from many women who have been victimized by the defendant, but maybe didn't go forward on charges or for whatever reason didn't find justice in the justice system.
That's what sparked the story after weeks of covering Wilson's trial and death penalty recommendation. Kelly Matthews dated Wilson and was interviewed by our West Palm Beach station shortly after he was named a person of interest in October 2019.
He kidnapped me and almost killed me.
And most recently, Matthews has been vocal on TikTok.
I dated this man. I don't want to be quiet about this.
Quiet about what she claims Wilson did to her in Palm Beach County. Matthews met Wilson in 2018 online, calling him charismatic and polite. She said things changed when he started reportedly using drugs.
It was just like a very toxic relationship, but he was never violent, ever.
Until February 18th, 2019, she claims. Matthews says Wilson agreed to go to a rehab in the Keys, but
Brantley. The shade.
Matthews said that wasn't true, and they got into an argument.
So I got back in the car and put my seatbelt on, and that's when he started choking me.
She says Wilson then cut off her clothes and eventually put her in the back of her car. Matthews says he sexually assaulted her, tied and gagged her.
At some point, he had bit my face.
That's where he bit her. Look. And let's go back and look at the back of her. Look. Ooh.
He says he sexually assaulted her, tied and gagged her.
At some point, he had bit my face.
She says he drove them to the Keys and Wilson got out and left. Matthews says she drove home.
I should have stopped.
When he drove them to the Keys, it's because he was going to meet, what's her name? Oh my God, Mila.
At like a gas station or something, but I think I thought no one would believe me.
She and her mom called police. Matthews says she went to the hospital where they did a sexual assault kit and took photos of her injuries. In a police report I obtained from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, it says they interviewed Wilson, who did not admit to any assault. The report says Matthews did have bruising on her neck and a cut to her lip, but they did not arrest Wilson.
He was like, no, that like this is hearsay. Like you don't have any probable cause.
He, as in the detective who also put in the report, there are no witnesses to the alleged crime and no evidence to establish probable cause.
Do you feel like the system has failed you?
Absolutely.
I reached out to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office asking why they did not arrest Wilson despite visible injuries.
I don't understand how
Look at her lip.
someone can do something so severe to somebody else and not even get detained for it.
About 8 months later, Wilson was in Cape Coral and killed Kristine Melton and Diane Ruiz.
8 months later. This could have been avoided if he was doing time for kidnapping and assaulting Kelly, his girlfriend, 8 months prior.
His conviction and death penalty recommendation as some sort of justice.
I feel like this is good for everyone that he's hurt.
Matthews says she wants to talk about what happened for her.
We're going to watch a more in-depth description of
her own sake and for other domestic violence cases.
I want people to know that they can leave, like get help.
As for Wilson, he's in jail, waiting to see if judge will agree to the jury's recommendation and sentence him to death.
We're a strong group of people that he didn't beat. And unfortunately, it took 2 women dying for him to get noticed. You didn't win, and you're going to get what you deserve.
As of Monday evening, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says that they are currently working on my request. Matthews says she wants to file a lawsuit against the sheriff's office for the outcome of her case. Again, Wilson will be sentenced on July 23rd, and I will be in that courtroom to bring you the decision.
Okay. So then there's this one. This is JD Delay. I've seen a few of his videos and I like him. I think the dude's cool, but I don't like how he yells at the beginning of his videos. But I digress. Let's get to it. She gives a more in-depth interview. I'm going to kind of just fast forward to it. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much for being here with us today. I really appreciate your time, and I really am excited to be able to give you an opportunity to tell your side and your experience with Wade Wilson.
Thank you.
So, you and Wade
See,
actually dated for
she looks cute right there.
how long?
Like 6 or 7 months, 2018 and 2019.
She's all right there. It looks like it was maybe earlier in that same day or something. I don't know. But she looks better and more put together right here.
Okay, and what was your experience with Wade?
In the beginning, it was good and normal. My friends and family liked him at first. He was super sweet, but he did not have a job, and that was a big red flag initially. And towards the end of the relationship, he started doing drugs, and things went very downhill from there.
So would you say that he like kind of changed as he progressed with his addiction, or do you think that he was just kind of trying to hide who he really was, and then the drugs maybe let it come out some more?
He wasn't on any mental health meds, and when I first met him, he was fine, but I think he might have been hiding how he really is to get to me, because he was hot, and I was like, oh my gosh, this tall 6'4" man with dimples. But yeah, eventually he stopped hiding the drugs, and it got really bad. Like the paranoia was horrible, and the aggressiveness.
Do you know what drugs he was doing?
It started out with cocaine. I don't know anything about drugs, so I was like, sure, cocaine. And then I started finding like empty pens and Brillo pads, and I actually had to post it on Reddit and be like, what is this? And they were like, crack.
See, he's handsome in those photos that I put up on the screen.
He's doing crack. And I was like, I feel like a little, like, I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm just a little like Catholic schoolgirl.
Oh yeah, with those tattoos, with those tattoos and piercings, you're a Catholic schoolgirl. Girl, don't do too much now. Don't do too much.
Also believe he tried meth a few times.
Okay. I mean, like, as somebody who's a recovery professional and also has been on the other side of that fence, those are drugs that tend to induce psychosis in a lot of people, especially if there's pre-existing mental health issues. Would you say that he had gotten abusive with you?
Not physically up until the end. Verbally and mentally for sure. He like secluded me from my friends and family. We got in a lot of verbal fights. The only time he got semi-physical is when I took his backpack and hid in the bathroom because I wanted to see if he was doing drugs.
Oh, they absolutely judged her based on her looks with her tattoos. And I mean, imagine if she would have went in there, and she did go in there looking messy because they did a rape kit and everything on her.
He kicked my door in. I ended up punching him. I also threw a coffee table at him. He never hit me up until the night that all of this stuff happened. So I just thought it was all verbal.
So it was sort of a progressive thing.
Mm-hmm.
And was that the only time that it ever got to physical abuse with him?
Yep, right at the end.
And what did he do in that situation?
Initially it started off that he was agreeing to go to rehab, and we drove down to Boynton Beach to take him to a rehab, and he chickened out. And we sat in the park, and he made a few phone calls. Sorry. And agreed to go to a rehab. We had just had to find one. His parents had cut him off. He never.
She's an artist, though. She's got a whole little art station over here.
Insurance anymore. And then, like, randomly, he was like, "Oh, I found a place in the Keys," which is like 3 hours from where I lived. And I was like, "Great, I cannot get you down there. That's really far." So it just he took my phone, and we were just driving around. I didn't have any gas. I didn't have any money. I didn't get paid till later, like in the week. And he tried to pawn my
Y'all just wait until you listen to the phone call after this.
laptop. He tried to sell a bunch of my other stuff. Pawn shops didn't want it. They were like, "No, dude, this is cracked," like whatever. I got out of the car because we'd gotten in a verbal argument, and my parents only lived like a mile from where we were. So I was just going to walk to their house. No phone. I don't care. I'm like, I'm going to go walk to my parents' house. You can take my car to the Keys. I don't care. My mom called because this was the day before my birthday. So she was calling me and was like, probably going to wish me a happy birthday. He told me to get back in the car and to buckle my seatbelt. So I did. And that's when he started strangling me. I almost blacked out twice. And when I read that that's how he killed those girls, I don't know why he didn't do it to me.
He killed them exactly like that. And there's more coming up in the story that it has similarities with how he killed what he did with Kristine.
But yeah, he strangled me. He bit my face. I had a huge bruise on my face. He bit my ear. And then, sorry, my dog just brought up something. And then I don't know where he got a pocket knife, but he pulled a pocket knife out and he pushed me. I'm 5'9", and he pushed me onto the floorboard of my car. I do not fit in that small area. So he pushed me onto the floorboard and used the pocket knife to cut my shirt and my sports bra off, and used it and tied it around my hands and my face. And was like punching me until
she's getting onto her fur baby. But he did something similar with Kristine. He tied her up with like her clothes.
Got down completely. And so I just like stayed down there on the floorboard for probably an hour while he drove around trying to.
Me too, Titanium. I like
money.
tattoos. Y'all know that.
He turned off the AC in the car. I was hot. I was sweating. I was crying because I was like,
tattoos make everybody sexier.
You know, like, what the hell? I thought this person loved me. And eventually, can you please go away? Eventually it got dark. He told me that he could either tie me to a tree and leave me there and take my car, or he could tie me up in the back of my car. And I was like, at first, I thought the tree sounds great. Like, leave me alone. And he was like, well, yeah, if I do that, I'm going to have to knock you out. Like, I'm going to hit you until you pass out. And I was like, oh, never mind. So I opted to be tied up in the back of the.
Oh, shit, I was muted. Like, they had that conversation. That's weird as fuck, bro. Like, he gave her a decision. He gave her an option. It's crazy, but that shows you the mindset he was in.
The car, I guess. So I didn't know where we were. It was dark.
Right,
we went over some railroad tracks, and I grew up in Lake Worth area, so I knew. Can you stop? Goodness. That we were near a park. So he told me to get out of the car and get in the back seat, but don't look at where I am. So when I got in the back, he pulled my shorts off and sexually assaulted me a couple times, and then came around the other side and used all of the laundry that I had in my car to tie my arms and legs and cover my mouth and eyes. He used some trash bags to tie my arms and legs together, so like the circulation was being cut off really bad. He slammed the door on the other side, which ended up breaking my foot. I just remember screaming like from a scary movie because it hurt so bad. And then he proceeded to cover me with dirty laundry and go to McDonald's, got a drink, got some food, sold my phone to some guy for $50.
He did all this with her in her back seat, laid under a pile of clothes.
And I wanted so bad to like bang on the window, but I figured he would probably kill me if I did that. All I could think about was that my birthday was the next day, and my friends and family aren't going to know what happened to me, and they're not going to find me. I'm going to die. And this is how it's going to end.
Right.
After a couple hours, I was annoying enough in crying because the pain in my hands and feet was so bad that he undid my feet, and then eventually undid my hands.
Because remember, when he slammed the door on her foot and broke her foot.
And allowed me to lay the other direction, so my head was on the passenger side. And we pulled over. I think he got gas or something. And he took the gag out of my mouth, and that's when he realized that he had busted my lip open and I had a bloody nose. And he started crying and freaking out. And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't believe I did that to you. So I was just trying to like placate him. And I was like, it's okay. Like, we got an argument. It's fine. So he let me lay on the seat. I wasn't bound anymore. And he let me put some clothes on. And I knew we were in the Keys. I could smell the salt water. I had lived down there before. I knew where we were.
She was lucky.
And he said that he was meeting up with somebody. So I convinced him to let me sit in the front seat because I said
he was meeting up with somebody. That somebody is Mila.
If I'm tied up,
the hoe, the escort with the Hellcat
in the back of the car, it's not going to look very good when we go meet up with somebody. So he let me sit in the front. The girl made eye contact with me. She knew something was wrong. I was covered in blood. Like, there's no way that she didn't. But when we got to where we were going, he got out of the car and grabbed his backpack and left for the girl and handed me my car keys. And I drove home 3 hours going like 120 miles an hour. And I did not get pulled over somehow. Like, I don't know how. And everyone's like, why didn't you stop and ask for help? And I'm like, I thought, Florida is full of drug addicts. If I would have stopped and like gone into a gas station, like no shoes, half naked, covered in blood, people would have been like, oh, get out of our store. Like they probably wouldn't have helped me.
Florida's a different universe. Most people don't understand what it's like in Florida.
Yeah, they would have been like, "Oh, she's a drug addict. Don't let her in here." So I drove home. I went to my parents' house, and they called the police.
So you tried to press charges against him? Did that get anywhere?
Oh, just wait. Here we go.
So they did a sexual assault kit. They did a DNA test under my fingernails, which I don't remember, but I just got all of this back recently to like look at everything. They took 18 photos, and they did a body mapping thing, which I can email you if you want to use it. And it showed that I had bite marks on my face, handprints around my neck, ligature marks on my arms and legs. The DNA test came back positive for him in the sexual assault kit and under my fingernails. And the police came, they did the whole story. They checked my car, they found the knife and all of the stuff that he used to tie me up with, and the cut shirt and the bloody underwear, everything. And I don't remember a lot of that, but I know that I was emailing him like, why did you do this? Like, just tell me like why you did this to me. And I was trying to get him to come back to my area so that the cops could arrest him, and they wouldn't. Eventually he came back, and they did a DNA test. They spoke with him. He told them that I was into that kind of thing, and you know, it was all consensual and nothing like that happened. And I was just mad that he was running off with another girl. And eventually the cop in charge, Detective Potter, told me that if I didn't leave him, Detective Potter, alone, that he was going to block my phone number. And I was like, you're supposed to be helping me. Like, did the DNA test come back? Whatever. He said, yeah, it came back. It's inconclusive. And then he closed the case. And then the next day he tried to get me on stalking charges against Wade.
Wow.
So I just found out recently, like a week ago, that the DNA test was not inconclusive. It came back positive for him. So I opened up an internal investigation against Detective Potter, and they found out that he was incompetent in what he did. They asked him, like, why would you open a stalking charge against her when you literally just closed her case? And he was like, I don't know. And because I told her to stop talking to him, and she wouldn't. And they were like, well, why didn't you, arrest or detain him?
Y'all remember that part. I told her to stop talking to him, and she wouldn't.
For relationship abuse. And he was like, well, they've only been together for a couple months. And they were like, what? That doesn't matter. And they said, well, what about battery? And he's like, well, I don't know if she did it to herself. And they're like, are you serious? Like, literally in the report, he says, I don't know if she did it to herself.
Right.
And
really?
he got in trouble for closing the case before the DNA even came back. He broke.
Wait till you hear what kind of trouble he got
in his log, that it was like, I don't remember the wording, but exceptionally closed or whatever. Like, there's nothing. It's closed. It's perfect. So he got suspended for 120 hours.
120 hours?
YouTube does that. Be real, it's okay. He got suspended for 120 hours.
Hours?
Yeah. And he got demoted to road patrol.
Oh, no. Demotion to road patrol.
Wow. So they had him in a smoking gun case that they just ignored. Like, you had all of the elements. You had witness, you had DNA evidence, you had like miles of evidence against him, like physical evidence, and a witness who wanted to proceed, the victim, firsthand testimony, and they threw it away. And not only did you not get justice,
that's true, Granny,
for what had been done to you, now there's women that are dead.
Yep.
And who knows what else damage he's done in the meantime. They never even arrested him for this?
No, they did not even detain him. They let him come in, do a DNA test. He declined to do essentially a lie detector test. And they were like, okay, bye.
So this is, can we be very direct here? This is Detective Potter. He's not a detective anymore, correct?
Correct.
So he's Patrolman Potter with what police department?
PBSO, Palm Beach Sheriff's Office.
So if anybody doesn't like the way that this man conducted himself, y'all know he's Patrolman Potter. And you can definitely get a hold of the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and let them know, how you feel about that. Kelly, thank you for going through that. I know that that's really, really hard. As a survivor myself, it's really brave that you were willing to relive that with us. And thank you so much for using your voice, because there's so many women out there who have this weird obsession with Wade. And I really hope that they hear this and they see him in a bit of a different light. I also wanted to ask you now, he was locked up. Was it while you guys were together that he went to jail?
He's been in and out of jail a couple times since we were together. But this last time was after everything.
Okay, and is this when he got beat up?
No, he got beat up before I met him.
Oh, okay. And he got beat up because of a tattoo, the SS bolts that he has tattooed?
Having a tattoo without permission of the gang that he claimed to be affiliated with. And then also sleeping with a guy.
In jail?
Yes.
He's going to get his ass handed to him. He didn't get permission. Bro. That's what I was telling y'all earlier. Like, they don't fuck around with that.
Okay, so they caught him with another dude in the county jail. And just to be clear about this, this is the Unforgiven prison gang in the state of Florida. They are a white supremacist gang that Wade Wilson has.
This interview was 4 weeks ago.
Repeatedly tried to pretend that he's a part of, which they don't allow you to get those types of tattoos. For those of you that don't know, if you want to be in a white supremacist organization and you want tattoos like SS bolts and swastikas, you have to earn that. And the way that you earn that is generally in most gangs by doing like assaults, violent assaults against minorities, or doing work for the organization. So they take it very seriously when you don't earn those tattoos. Also,
fucking idiot.
They are very homophobic. So anyone in their organization caught doing any type of sexual stuff with another man, that is an absolute violation. And how bad did they beat him?
Really? I wouldn't have thought that.
They put him in the infirmary for a few days.
Damn. Okay. Is that why he has that? Doesn't he have a scar under his eye?
Yep.
Is that what that's from? Did they like damage his orbital?
They might have broken it. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he definitely was in there for a little bit.
Okay. So what do you think about the fact that he went into jail on this last one? He didn't have all those face tattoos, did he?
No, not at all.
So he got those while he's on trial, a jury trial for murdering multiple women. He can't be so cooked that he doesn't realize that the death penalty is 100% on the table for this.
I love
this
his
is the
shirt.
state of Florida.
Turn pedos into prey.
Y'all, the state of Florida don't fuck around when it comes to these types of things.
No, they don't.
That he's potentially facing the death penalty, and he goes in there and gets a bunch of like scribbly ass face tattoos and some white supremacist shit on his face. What do you think is going on in his mind with that?
I think that he didn't think he was going to win. So like, what's the point? I think he knew he wasn't going to get away with this.
He's just on smoke him if you got him mode.
I guess he's probably finding
Hey, we don't insult smoke them if you got them.
Ways to do drugs in there also, but
I would assume. I know that he's been talking to other women. I guess he's got actually quite a few women. He got them
in seg. He got them in segregation.
And I guess he's asking
make sense.
Women to bring in his habit in their prison purse. Is that how it was worded? Yeah. The old prison purse.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. I wouldn't imagine that he has contact visits. I'm not sure exactly how that works.
I don't think so. He's offered to get several women pregnant, and I'm like, this is not one of those states that we can do that here.
Yeah.
See, that's weird.
Yeah. No, there's no conjugal, and in county jail at least, there's no contact visits in the state of Florida. It's either.
Well, even in the seg he was in there with one other guy. So it just seems like that's what was happening. But yeah, it would still have to be turning the cheek. Look, it would have had to been.
Either through video or through plexiglass. So it's not like you can pull something out of one of your orifices and like pass it off slightly to the person. So dude just seems pretty... he must be just cooked, absolutely cooked. I know that my friend JumpsuitPablo has also talked to a person who was in a cell next to him and got the
JumpsuitPablo
matching Stitch's face tattoo. Yeah, Florida is a wild place. It's just a wild place. So I wanted to talk also about the project that you're working on with Bunny.
Yeah. She reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and we were trying to figure out if myself and some of the other victims and the family of the victims that died could do either a podcast or something.
And see, that's why I stand Bunny XO, man. I love Bunny.
But I think we're going to do like a docuseries, like a 3-part thing. So as far as I know,
well, he's already had sexual relations with a man in prison. That's what she's talking about. They're going to find out.
Like for us to start doing something like that with all the victims, and Wade eventually will be involved, but I think we're going to wait till we can all get nice things to say to him first.
Excellent. Yeah, I know. I've been talking to her, and she said that she's like been trying to navigate with him, but that trying to get him to talk like sensibly, like a sane human being about anything is almost impossible. So she's been trying to navigate that. Let me ask you a question. Did you see the whole drama on TikTok where she mentioned that she had called the jail to try to get an interview with him? And then people attacked her. Did you feel personally offended by the fact that she was trying to get an interview with Wade?
Not at all. I think people read it wrong.
Oh my God. Bunny would have handled his ass.
They said she was laughing and all this other stuff. It didn't look like she was to me. It looked like she was just, like, how cool would that be if we could talk to this guy? And I don't know.
It would be cool. But as soon as he started bullshitting, she would get him. Bunny don't take no shit.
I'm into true crime stuff, so I understand from her side of things, wanting to talk to the murderer. He's an idiot, so he's never going to talk or admit it. But I mean, I didn't have any issue with it.
Cool. I wanted to ask you that because I figured that you probably didn't if you're working on a 3-part thing with her. And I think that's pretty amazing.
I love his music. Okay, so now we're going to go over here to the phone calls. Now, like I said, the one we just watched was after the trial. So, yes, she's in a better headspace now that the trial is basically over. They're just waiting for sentencing. The jury recommended the death penalty. They're supposed to come back with something soon. So this was before trial, but after he almost killed her.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're good? That's good.
Yep.
Did you get my message?
First off, though, why are you even still talking to this motherfucker?
I sent you. Did you? What'd you think about that?
I mean, we didn't break up because of Sarah.
No, I know that. I didn't say that. But still, what did you think about? Okay, that's true. That's true. But what did you think about the message, though? What did you think? Anything?
I'm not sure, Titanium. I can't tell what it says. Why something?
Have anything to say? Because
I mean, it's hard to believe that you would be sorry since you cheated on me with like 8 different women.
that's not true, Kelly. That's not true. It wasn't 8.
Is.
It was not 8.
Why do you care? Why do you care? Sorry, I may be a little hard on her during this part of the review because it's like, why do you even give a fuck? He almost took your life from you, girl.
You just shot a really high number out there. Okay.
Sarah, Brittany, Courtney.
Who?
Courtney, the girl you left me for in the Keys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. That's right. So 3, I'm just saying, not that I'm right, but 3 is different than 8. Let's just be real.
There's definitely more than 3, but I don't remember.
It's not more than... Okay,
that girl, what's that girl's name? That fucking fat Spanish girl.
Fat Spanish? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I count 3. There's 3. You're right.
There's 4.
There's 3. But listen.
No.
I know,
listen, there's not 4. There's fucking 3. And there's definitely...
It's hard for me to wrap my head around it. And it could be because I'm not a victim. That could be what it is. I still sympathize with her 100%. And she looks like she's doing better since the trial's over. She looks like she's like healing in a sense, but I don't know. I can't entertain some of this shit.
Not 8. And there's not... What made you say 8? That's all I was curious about.
I was thinking about all the other people you dated after me.
Okay, well, that's different. That's different. Hey, listen, so what happened? What happened to you?
This is Kelly, the one we just watched on the interview. The only difference is this one was before trial. The one we just watched over here, this one was after the trial. So the phone calls before, the interview with JD is after.
Your chicken stole or whatever. Like, what happened? You said you...
I trusted another man in my house, and he stole from me.
You're kidding me. Are you serious?
Yeah.
She trusted another man in her house, and they stole from her. Remember that.
When, like, recently? He did recently?
Yeah, like weeks ago.
Oh my God! Where'd he run off to?
He's down the road. He just stole my rent money.
He stole her rent money and he's just down the road. It's because you were messing with some skank men. Like, stop doing this to yourself, girl. You are all up in the crack hood. It ain't even the hood, it's the crack hood, it's the meth hood. Like, what are you doing? Stop fucking with these bad men.
He's down the road? What is it? A fucking
Yeah.
He's down the road.
I know who he is and where he lives, but I can't get my money.
Yeah. I doubt he's gonna give it back to you since he stole it. That's probably not something he's thinking about doing.
Nuh-uh.
That sucks really bad.
Nuh-uh. Say it ain't so.
But listen, it could always be worse, for you. Life could always be worse. You could be like me,
Well,
could always,
you do
could always
stupid things, you end up in jail. So.
No, listen, Kelly, I didn't do a stupid thing. Okay.
But let's remember, even though this one's pre-trial, it's still after he did what he did to her.
Okay. But here's what happened though. But yeah, I got put in jail, so now it fucking sucks.
Again.
Yeah, again. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate.
Yes, one sub Annie. That is the best way to describe it. I wish I could just shake her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish there was something, an easy solution to get her out of this mindset,
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I guarantee she'll still continue conversating with him. How much y'all want to bet? Y'all want to bet there's going to be some more after, like, post-trial? Y'all think she's talked to him since the trial? Those calls haven't been released yet, if so.
Thank you for using GTL.
When they say thank you for using GTL, I think Gym Tan Laundry. I don't know. Snooky! Party's here!
All right. No, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure. Hey, Sarge. Hey, I just wanted to make sure they weren't going to leave me like house alone and not let me be around other people. No? Okay.
Okay, so they did let them be around people. Yeah, they did. Okay, never mind.
Why'd you hang up?
Oh, no. I actually didn't hang up. The phone is plugged into the wall, but the way that it is like the phone is plugged in and the cord has to be hung up high so that the plug stays in the wall, and the plug came out of the wall.
I know, because a lot of people have been giving her grief for that, saying that he was so good looking compared to her. I think she's a pretty girl, but I do think he was more attractive when just looking at the two. And it probably wore on her self-esteem too,
That's what happened. So, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. So
being with the dude that all these women want. And for what?
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So what else did you think about the letter that I sent? Anything else about the one about Sarah? I took a lot of time and honestly thought a lot about what I wrote you. And listen, at first I wrote you a different message, but then I went ahead and wrote you just one about her. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. So even if I'll tell you like this. Even if it didn't make you feel anything, it made me feel good to write that. So there you go. Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you up to? What are you doing? What's going on?
So he's writing her too.
Relaxing at home. Gonna make dinner soon.
You're gonna make dinner. Kelly, you are not making dinner. Stop.
Cabs are here.
What?
Yep.
You are? Okay. Kelly, don't let another man into your life. Another one. Don't do it.
No, they're obvious.
No, girl, let the right man into your life. Know your worth, boo. That's all you need. Get your self-esteem, get the help you need to get your mind right, and know you are that bitch. That's what you need to tell yourself. And get you the right dude. Stop messing with all these piece of shit skank-ass dudes.
They all pieces of shit.
White trash.
I don't know about that. That's kind of, you just, damn, okay, maybe so. But all women are not that great either. Just remember that. It goes both ways. So listen, they have me like in a cell, by myself right now, and yeah, it sucks really bad.
Why?
Because they have me labeled like high profile.
Well, yeah, makes sense. I heard like 30 cops arrested you, so.
It actually wasn't cops. It was the marshals. It was the U.S. Marshals that arrested me.
Yes, I know. I spoke to your dad.
Oh, you talked to my dad? Did you really fucking talk?
Okay, remember, she talked to his dad. So that's going to be coming up.
Why do you still talk to my dad?
He called me.
He calls you?
Yeah.
How come me and you don't even talk and you talk to my fucking dad? You probably talk to my dad more than I talk to my dad.
Because you were with Mila, and I thought she was an idiot for getting back with you, and...
Yeah, I know. Every time that you sent her a text message, she showed me. Every time.
Of course.
She's sending Mila text messages.
Because y'all are some lying-ass people.
No, listen, Kelly, when I called you that one time and asked you, I said, Kelly, can you help me get to West Palm so I can
Yeah,
check this
you
information?
should have told me that you were with Mila.
Well, what did you tell me anyways? You told me no anyways.
I told you to call Mila, because she's fucking rich.
She's broke. She's not rich. Just to let you know. Here's something else I want to let you know, okay? This is something big. Every time that you think that I'm using somebody, let me tell you something. The whole time I was with Mila, we were broke. We
Mila's
had no money.
broke.
We barely
This
ever
is
made
Mila.
money.
Mila's
Ever.
broke.
I'm just letting you know that. Ever. We lived in
Kelly.
the fucking place that she worked. We didn't even have enough to get a fucking motel room for the night. I had to live in the place that she worked at. We did not even have enough money to get a fucking motel room for one night. I'm telling you,
You told
listen,
me
Kelly.
y'all were fucking partying and doing drugs and shit.
No, you were probably doing drugs and shit. Woman?
I've never done drugs.
Okay. You've done one drug. Yes, you did. No, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you've done a drug, okay? Jeez. So listen, how was your day today? Was it okay?
Yeah,
good?
Fine.
Yeah? Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. Why do you want to talk to me? Is it okay if we talk? But why do you want to talk to me? It's okay if we talk. Like, I honestly, like, I liked writing you, all that stuff, even though when I write you, you really don't like respond to anything that I say. You just write something completely different. But it still makes me feel good to write you, and I hope that like some of it you take in, but I don't know if you do or not. That's like something that I don't know, because
because after everything that happened, it's hard to believe anything you say.
I can honestly, I can understand that. I get that. That's cool. I can understand that. That's fine.
And unlike Mila, I'm not gonna fall for your shit more than once.
Well, I'm not asking you to fall for anything.
But yet, after he tried to kill you, you're on the phone with him, girl.
Honestly, I'm really not. It would be different like if I was like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by you're not going to fall for my shit. I don't know.
You know what I mean, even though you don't want to discuss it.
So you think you're just going to be so much stronger than that. But let me ask you a question, but you're still talking to me. So what's going on?
I didn't know if you
Not
were
yet.
going to tell me about what happened, but you're saying...
Not yet, Remy. So this is her fish, and she wants to know what happened. She wants him to confess to her.
Nothing happened, so whatever.
Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Listen, do you see what I wrote you in our messages? If you honestly have like my best interest in heart, then you would stop asking me the same thing over and over again. Especially when, here's something else. The police listen to my calls. They listen to my messages.
They listen to everybody's calls.
Say it ain't so.
No, but they really pay attention to mine though, all the time. Even when one of your messages came in, the one that you fucking continuously asked me the same fucking question, did you know that it was pending staff review and I didn't get to check it until the very next day? You know why it was pending staff review? Because they pay attention. They were watching the whole conversation.
No shit. They have to. And I'm glad they do. Does this punk ass have the state of Georgia? Is that what that is on his face? I don't know what that is. Kind of looks like Georgia, though. I'll beat your...
Kelly, that's why. It was pending staff review. I couldn't even open your message. It had to get yeah.
Well, all I wanted, you know what I wanted from you, and you couldn't do it, so I don't.
So now what? So now do you not want to talk to me?
I don't know,
Because
you literally couldn't
listen. So now do you not want to talk to me? Because I have other people to talk to. You're not like, if you don't want to talk to me, I would love to talk to you, honestly. I really would. I'm not trying to fucking bullshit you on anything. I honestly want to make amends for the wrongs that I've done. I want to fucking maybe be a part of your life if I'm fortunate enough to do so, and to be able to speak to you. Like, because even though shit was fucked up, honestly, we had a fucking good time. And, you know, like, I want to try to, like, fix things. That's what I'm here for, you know? But if you don't want to, then, like...
Well, but to fix things, you literally have to... I don't need you to go into detail and to fucking... I don't want you to, like... Say...
So, you mean there's a chance to fix things? Is that what am I picking up what she's putting down? Or is it something she's not putting down and I just thought she dropped it?
Anything that you feel like is incriminating.
Kelly, I'm not gonna talk about that at all. So if that's all you want, then we should...
Because you want to know what I want from you. That's literally all I want. Was for you to say.
Well, that's not something you can get. So
why?
Because I'm not gonna do that. If you want to talk to me when I get out of here and we want to talk one-on-one, face-to-face.
Yeah, that's not happening, buddy. You're not going anywhere.
On something that's not recorded, then that's different. But I'll tell you what, right now, you went to the news, you talked to the news, listen, and you talked about your birthday on the news and shit like that. You supposedly told them everything that you thought that I...
Okay, so she told, this is them, I haven't listened to this part. This is them going further into that news article I showed y'all. Remember this one? If you can look at the screen, the news article where she did her little interviews and told them what had happened, right? Okay. So that's what they're talking about now.
I did. So listen, here's the thing. So if you did that, I'm not going to give you satisfaction of saying anything about that on these fucking phones.
Oh, trust me, I've tried to go to the police and get everything opened up, and they said no.
Listen, it doesn't matter. You can still go to. Listen, it doesn't matter about you going to the police. You can still go to the news. You can go to the newspaper. You could sell this shit. This shit would make you money. I'm telling you.
No, it wouldn't make me money.
I'm not doing this shit, man. So if this is all this is about with me and you, then we should just stop talking right now.
So I was just trying to fucking God damn it.
What happened?
The fish light.
Listen, Kelly, I've already told you I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to go to dinner.
So you want to get off the phone with me now?
So what y'all just heard was not a denial that he did everything she claimed that she told the news about.
I only have $5 last year. So if you want to call me later.
Yeah.
Good night, Annie.
Hey, shoot me a sandwich. Ain't nothing. They might. All right. Hello?
Good night, Dad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. I have a visit coming up here in a little while. So, so I guess that's
visiting you.
That's exactly what he wanted. That's exactly what he wanted, and you just gave it to him because you still give a fuck. Why? I'm not sure. But he wanted you. He just baited. What is that? Hook, line, sinker your ass on that one spot. I did hear this part. I remember hearing this part because I'm telling y'all exactly what I thought in my head. Like, you just fell straight into it. Let's listen to that again. That's crazy.
They might. All right. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I have a visit coming up here in a little while.
Yeah,
so,
please ask me about my visit. Show me you care.
So that I guess that's
visiting you.
So that I can know I can still manipulate the fuck out of you.
I get visits, Kelly. I have
From
people
who?
that... From who?
Yeah.
It's not important. It's relevant to you.
Other women that you're trying to seduce?
I'm not trying to seduce anything.
Let him seduce all he wants, girl. You just take care of you.
I don't have to try.
You're
a
fucking victim, and you're still a victim of his right now. Oh, I just want to shake her.
Okay.
Probably gonna be famous like Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
Oh my god.
No, because I didn't do anything. I don't think I'll be that famous.
Yeah.
But listen,
No, but they can still think.
She said, "Who the fuck's visiting you?" And then she said, "You're just gonna seduce him."
You did something.
okay. Kelly, okay. Listen, can we talk for the rest of this call, or do you really have to go make dinner right now? Because if you want to, go ahead.
I guess we can talk until it runs out.
Yeah, I'll wait. I won't cook dinner. It's fun. Dinner? What's that? I don't know.
Okay. So how's your job and stuff? Everything cool?
I know, Remy.
Yeah. What do you do the grooming thing still or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you
I'm
love
fucking
doing
tired.
that. Huh?
But I'm fucking tired of having to work 6-7 days a week.
Are you serious? Holy shit.
Well, yeah, because fucking that guy.
A job? You work a job? No way. What is a job? You work 7. What? You've been working 6-7 days? What? That's how you earn money? What? What is that?
Guy stole from me, and I need.
He's so confused right now.
Money.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. That sucks. You need to go get somebody to go over there to his house and go get that money for you. That's what you need.
No.
Yeah, maybe if you weren't in prison for killing 2 women, you could have done it.
He fucking spent it on weed and acid, probably.
Oh, is he like a hippie or something? What is he doing? Acid? He's a hippie?
He's a hippie? Oh. Okay, I'll give you that one. You son of a bitch. I'll give you that one.
I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Stop letting fucking guys come in your house. They don't deserve you, first of all. Second of all, obviously it doesn't work out. So maybe you should just be a lesbian or something. Since you say, huh? What?
Nah.
You said nah?
Women are stupid too.
Yeah. So maybe you should just isolate yourself. Who knows? But that sucks too, though. Nah, that sucks too. That's not a good way to live, Kelly. That's not a good way to live.
You hear that pause before he said her name? It's because he had to make sure he was saying the right name.
But listen, Kelly, it was good to talk to you.
Kelly.
And listen, honestly,
Kelly.
so tell me what's up. So can we talk on a regular basis? Do you want to talk?
Can we be together, baby?
Do you even want to be my fucking friend anymore? Do you want to be
I
anything
don't know.
to me?
We can talk and figure that out. I can't afford to pay for messages all the time, though. Until I get picked up on money.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, so when do you think that's gonna be?
So when do you think you'll be able to put some money on this kiosk? Oh.
I don't know. Picking up now, but I gotta pay my rent first.
Okay. So can you pay for phone calls? Can we pay? Wait, hold on. The messages on the kiosk are really cheap, though.
I mean, it's $5 for 5 messages.
She is blinded, but the same way, I mean, like, she's blind, right? But I'm not. So I can have sympathy for her, but I'm definitely still going to express my anger. Like, it gets me heated because it's like, it's just, you're just watching unravel in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You're watching the spiral. You're watching the merry-go-round, and it drives me nuts.
Oh, is it really? Oh, okay. That's not that cheap. That's not too cheap. Okay. All right. Well, fuck, man. It was good to talk to you again. I mean, I guess I'll talk to you whenever, you want me to. I don't know.
Yeah, I try to put money on and shit, but I gotta pay my bills first.
No, I know. I understand that. I'm not saying anything about that. I know you have to. I want you to, honestly. So do that first, and then maybe you can put money on the phone and we can talk.
Yeah.
Very nice. Does that sound good?
Mhm.
All right. So we can finish this call, and then maybe just sometime just message me on the kiosk and be like, I have money on the phone or whatever, or I can put money on the phone, and then I'll know to call you. But listen, they have me in the one-man cell, but they're going to be moving me in a couple days, and they're going to be putting me in a 2-man cell with another guy, and I have to do that for like a month, and then after I do that, they're going to put me like in general population. So I have to go like down this fucking gradual like ladder of like shit I have to do before they can do that. So
you know you're going to be in there for a while if you're taking this to trial.
yeah, I'm going to trial. Of course I am. I haven't been charged with anything, but
Oh my God, there's so many parts to this, y'all. I don't even know how to go about. Okay, because y'all remember we jumped over here to show you because in his original confession call, his dad mentions Kelly.
Because Ted Bundy's a good-looking kid, you know, he's charming, and the women like him. And
that was also Mila's ex. Right.
That's what he said, you know, or the news said, or whatever. But listen, Kelly's come out and wrote Channel 4 or something, and did this big story with them about what you had done to her, and you know, if something would have happened, you know, to you then, that you wouldn't have been able to do this to these girls, which I guess is true, you know. But you know,
So that's dad talking about Kelly, but we're still on the first video. This is the first video, and I've already showed y'all 3 videos. This is the third one we're on, explaining Kelly and her situation. But I guess it's better to get it out of the way since she's mentioned.
If they do, then yeah, of course, Kelly, I'm innocent, and of course I'm going to go to trial. I'm not going to take time for something that I didn't do. So trial is the only other option. So if I have to sit in here for a while for my life and my freedom, then I'm not opposed to that. Actually, I'm for that. So
he ain't going nowhere, buddy.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be here for a while. It sucks, but I mean, what else can I do? At this point, I just have to tough it out and be a fucking man about it and go to trial and wait. So whatever. It is what it is. Hey, listen, what's up with the dogs? You still have your dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have 3.
I know. I remember you told me, I forget when you told me.
You have 1 minute remaining.
We have
thank
1
God.
minute remaining. I hate that lady.
I
All right.
love her.
Well, it was really, really good to talk to you. Hopefully, maybe you can say the same, but, you know, just tell me.
Are we in middle school?
On the kiosk.
Check yes or no.
Like whenever I'm still gonna write you on the kiosk, even if you can't like write it down.
Do you love me? Do you wanna be my friend? 'Cause if you do, well then don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I know this ain't how love goes. Check yes or no.
Back or something.
You're
Maybe
welcome.
you can read them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fair. All right. Well, I'll just wait until the phone ends, and then we can go. We can part ways. You can go make. What are you making for dinner?
I'm just going to heat up the chicken and rice I made last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Listen, honestly, I thought you were going to be eating some, like, weird shit. Remember that one time you had, like, chicken hearts in the fridge? That creeped me out.
Yeah, they were good.
Yo, that creeped me out. No, that's not. That creeped me out.
Can't eat a chicken heart, but you can kill 2 women.
You were like, just try them. I was like, no, I'm not trying that. Sorry. There's no way.
No, I don't know why you didn't.
I should have, huh? I should have. Well, listen, try to cheer up.
Thank you for using GTL.
Skirt hung up. Okay, now here's where, because this still involves Kelly. This is Kelly's whole story, okay? This involves Kelly. So I guess tonight we're mainly covering Kelly tonight. And then tomorrow we will go back to the original video where he confessed to his dad. If y'all are down with that.
Hey, Dad.
So this is him talking to his dad. It's where his dad warns him about Kelly.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Just leaving work, but going good.
Good. I bet that's good to be getting off work. That sounds good. I said it must be good to get off work. No.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
it's been a
look.
rough day.
Why?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Did they move you?
Nah, they didn't move me, man. They left me here.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
They didn't tell me. They haven't. Nobody's been to talk to me yet. But they said, like whenever the hell they do move me, I have a red wristband on, which means like whatever it means, like the worst or whatever. I don't know how else. It just means bad, you know. Like red wristband's not good. And they're gonna put me from here in the cell I'm in now. They're gonna put me in AC confinement, and that's gonna be with a roommate, you know. And I'm gonna have to be there for probably anywhere from like 2 weeks to a month. And then after that, they should put me in general population. So it's like a gradual fucking step down process.
Yeah, they want to just make sure you're not going to do no stupid shit.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I guess so.
Oh yeah.
What would I do?
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck you'll do, but you gotta go with the flow. You just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, you got quarter to 12.
Oh, do I? Do I really? Yeah. Okay. So
You
that's
got, court on the 12th for the house.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I believe. Tuesday then.
Yeah. So the media is gonna be there again.
Oh, this is great.
You already
Fucking
know
A.
He loves it. He loves it.
Christ, man. Well, I'm trying to grow my hair out, man.
Yeah, grow your hair.
Okay. All right. I will. Hey, listen, I was gonna tell you, man. Guess who fucking tried to hit me up on the kiosk? Take a wild guess, man.
Mila?
Take a wild. No, not her. Not her.
Mila.
Huh?
Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Listen at Dad having to play the guessing game. Which hoe called this time?
Woman. Listen, don't fuck with her, Wade.
All right. Yeah,
listen, she was the first motherfucker to go to the news and talk about what a savage you are and what you did to her, and her shit was all over the fucking news for
but shouldn't it have been, Dad?
For weeks. And listen, she's trying to bait you. I'm telling you, she's trying to bait you. So you say something in a message. So be careful with what you say.
Yeah, I know that. I know. I already knew. Cause listen, she kept messaging me and she kept saying, "I need you to say you're sorry for this and that." And she was like, "Just admit it." You know what I'm saying? Like she's trying to get me to say some bullshit, bro. So
for the house that he broke into and drank the White Claws and just chilled at for a while.
Like
that's the court that they're talking about right now. Well, was talking about, but now they're talking about Kelly, and he's saying that she's trying to get him to tell her something.
Obviously, I already know what her fucking end game is, you know. So I'm not gonna fucking play into her little games. She just wants. I think she just wants more fucking fame, is what she wants, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, she was the first motherfucker to go to the media and cry, "Well, he fucking kidnapped me and stole my shit and all this shit." You know, her plan is what she said. Her plan is that she's trying to sue the Palm Beach County Sheriff because she's saying if they would have done their job, that you would have been in prison and you wouldn't have been able to do any shit down there in Lee County.
Hey, Dad, listen, I gotta listen. Hey, Dad, the police are coming. I have to go do something. Can I call you back tonight? Is that okay?
Yeah, call me back.
All right, I will. All right, man. Hey, I'll call you in about an hour, Dad, okay?
All right, buddy. All right,
man.
Dad, I'm not liking that phone
bye.
call, bro. You've redeemed yourself. But now we're listening to your past phone calls, and it's like,
Thank you for using GTL.
But it could also be anger because he does feel like that these women are trying to profit off of what he did to these other women. I don't believe that though. So this one's Wade tells Dad about Kristen. So this is the next call. Wade tells his dad about kiosk Kristen. It's the random hoe from out of nowhere that just requested to be on his kiosk.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dad. How's it going?
What'd you have to do?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
What'd you have to do?
Listen. I think on our phone. I think there's like a lag on our phone. You know what I mean? Does it sound that way?
Yeah, there is.
Okay. No problem. Well, listen. I had a visitation.
With who?
I had a visitation with like this girl. It's kind of a long story, but it's actually not a long story. It's actually a short story. I had a girl add me on my kiosk, and then like
that's it. End of story. End of story. That's all. That's how he knows her. It's just some random bitch.
Like she wanted to come visit me, so she came and saw me.
Oh, she actually. Oh shit, y'all. So we're catching up with yesterday's call, or the other day when he talked to kiosk Kristen. Okay, so now she's actually done went and visited him. Girl, hybristophilia. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but YOLO, hybristophilia, ho.
Do you know her?
Do I know her? No, I don't know her. No, I don't know her. She just wanted to see me, like talk to me. Like I've been talking to her a little bit on the phone, like just normal shit, just like normal shit about.
We listened to that the other day.
Life and shit.
How did you meet her?
She just added me on my kiosk like fucking like 3 weeks ago or something like that. 2 weeks ago, something like that. She added me on the
New
kiosk
way of
and like
blind dating. It's the kiosk meetup.
I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "Who are you?" And she was like,
No,
she just
not
told
the
me, she was
victim.
like, "Well, you don't know me, but."
Not the victim, Kristine. It's some random girl that just requested to message him on his kiosk, and it's went from there.
But I heard about you or whatever, so she wanted to talk to me. What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Mama, you've seen her?
Isn't it?
Mama, you've seen her? Send me. Did Mama say she's seen it? Don't make me not like you, Daddy-O. Did I miss it? Have you seen Kiosk Kristen? No, have you? Oh, no, Mom hasn't. Damn. I would love to see Kiosk Kristen. We're going to have a lineup soon, y'all. We're going to have a whole softball girl team. Girls. No, hold on. We're going to have a whole girls softball team.
Wait,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Dad. Yeah.
Listen.
Text it to me.
I'm not.
Text it to me right now. I'll check it right now.
I'm not saying shit. That's okay. Don't talk about your case.
No,
with her.
I'm not going to.
Because you don't know. She could be.
Oh, yeah. Kiosk Kristen. I cannot talk tonight. Kiosk Kristen is down for this type of lifestyle. This is what she likes.
Working.
She could be part of the plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Send
okay.
it to me.
So be careful what you say.
Yeah, no.
What you say.
Honestly, like early on in the phone call, she had told me she said she doesn't even want to talk about anything. Like she was like, listen, she was like, I just want you to know, like, I don't ever want to talk about anything related to that at all. And so
that's
ever
how
since
it always
then,
starts. That's what Gacy's boyfriend said. Oh man. That's what didn't Ted Bundy remarry in prison? A lot of them have. And all of them say, I don't want to talk about your past and what you've done. No, bro, it matters. It matters.
It hasn't been anything about that at all. Ever.
Mama.
Never. Not even
I ain't got a text yet.
once.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So Thanks. It was kind of nice just to have a
Oh my God, that would be perfect. Fantasy Wade women.
normal visit from like a girl, you know, a chick, you know, instead of being fucking. I found out what they're gonna do to me, man. Like they have me in, you know, I'm in a single man cell right now. I don't know when they're gonna move me. I don't know when they're gonna move me, but whenever they do, they're gonna move me. I have a high fucking, what's it called, man? Fucking not high profile, but like high whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fucking wristband on. They're gonna move me from here
Richard
to
Ramirez.
AC confinement for a
Who
month.
else? There's somebody else. There's somebody else. Somebody. I can't think of. Nala. Stop. Can't think of who I'm trying to think of. Like it's right there, but it's not coming through.
Month, and then the fucking general population. So I'm gonna have to do like a
Oh,
fucking another
Lord.
month in
Mama.
a 2-man cell.
Click on the top of the Discord and go to search and then go to media. And it'll put up all the pictures that we post in Discord, and you just have to look through it that way.
Before I can get to fucking, before I can get anywhere, you know. So kind of,
Oh,
sucks,
shit.
man,
Never
but it's
mind, Mama. Yep, already sent it. Thank you, though, Mama. Fucking stop, bro. Fucking stop. This is Kiosk Kristen. Fucking let me upload it. Pablo, you the main. You the main. Oh my Lord. It looks fitting. It matches her. It matches her. Remember, she's the one that had her kid around and was talking about, yeah, imagine me on my knees looking up at you. Hey, daddy. Yeah, that one. I'm about to show y'all. I don't want to preview this page. I want to enter into the studio. Here, I'll let this play while I do it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not like I'm not used to it. I can fucking do it, but it's not that fucking hard, you know. So, and now I'll have somebody to talk to, so whatever. So, how was your day?
I mean,
how was your day or whatever?
You're probably gonna be there. You're probably gonna be there a while.
Yeah, it'll probably be longer than a month, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna be there a while. So,
yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
The news said that they're waiting for some.
Y'all ready for this? Hey, holla. Let me show y'all. No, she's not a big girl. Y'all ready? There she go. That's Kiosk Kristen. Jesus Christ, Pablo. Girl, you could do better for yourself too, though. It's just so sad.
Some lab results from the FDLE lab.
So this is who Wade just finished telling his daddy about. The new girl he met through the kiosk.
But they're anticipating charges. So.
Oh yeah, did they?
I don't know how that's going to play out.
Okay, yeah. When did they say that? Recently?
I don't know. The other day when you went to court, they had a story, you know,
my
about
God,
the
Queen Bella.
and all
I
that.
forgot you said you'd seen her.
And, then they did another story, and they said that, you know, the state attorney said that they're waiting on some lab results from the FDLE, but they believe that they have the right person, and they're anticipating charges when that stuff comes back from the lab.
Yeah, but listen, I feel like those labs, like they're usually relatively quick. What's taking so long? You know?
What happened, bro? You tripping now? You're a little nervous. You're like, what's that? Why is it taking so long? Well, my guy, let me tell you why.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how
Oh
that
shit,
shit works.
Queen Bella, I'm sorry. I had
guess
no idea.
I guess honestly,
Listen, y'all got to start putting like there has to be a sign for when you want my attention. Either do stop signs or do llamas or something.
I guess I don't either.
You got to keep tapping. No, I mean, I don't know how that shit works, honestly. So we just have to see what happens.
All right.
But I'm probably gonna drive down there in the next week or so and try to come visit with you.
Are you really?
So,
all right.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Do I gotta schedule that shit, or you gotta schedule it, or what?
Okay, we're not going to listen to the rest of this because it's about. This is the portion that's about Kiosk Kristen. Well, then they hang up, right? And so then this is the next call that Wade had with Kelly. Okay, y'all ready?
Hello?
Hi.
And it says Wade confronts Kelly. So y'all remember, Dad's like, nah, don't fuck with her. Don't fuck with her. She's doing this for fame. It's weird. Don't do it. And this is him saying, remember he said that she was trying to get him caught up and she wanted him to say something he wasn't willing to say. And this is him confronting her on that.
Hey, how are you?
Why'd you blow up my phone earlier?
Because I can. Is that okay?
Why did you like it? That's the question, girl. Why did you like it? Why did you enjoy it? We should self-reflect on that.
Sorry. I know I blew you up. No, I was trying to see if you cared enough to talk to me a second time. You know what I mean?
didn't think I had any money left.
I didn't think you did either. What's going on with that?
I had $2 left.
Okay.
Knowing that it's those string pulling. He knew he had her hooked, line, and sinkered because she gave that to him. You know what I'm saying? She gave it to him in the first phone call. No, I don't have to cook dinner. I can stay on the phone with you. Yeah, I'll put money on your books. I just, I got to pay my bills first.
So what's up? How was your dinner? Good?
Yeah,
hey, listen, Kelly, I'm going to tell you something. I find it really strange that when you ran to the news was talking about you wanting to sue the police department because they didn't press charges against me and they didn't carry out with those charges. And I find it really strange that that's the same thing that you continue to ask about on a fucking recorded device. I find that really very, very ironic. And, everyone that tells me, don't talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably true. I probably shouldn't. Right? Because it's obvious what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not it's honestly, a blind man could see. You know what I mean?
How is it obvious if they refuse to open the case? It doesn't matter.
Because you still wanted to press charges against them. You can get money from them. There's a lot of different things.
Against them, yes. Because of them, a lot of shit happened because they didn't believe me and they fucking...
Yeah, but Kelly, getting money against them, I mean, it still fucks him over. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's got to be like a confession that, hey, yeah, I did this. I beat your ass and put you in the back seat and had you tied up and everything. I did all that. Sexual assault, all of it. He'd have to be admitting that. And that's what she wants him to talk about. I thought she wanted him to talk about the murders of the other two women who didn't ask or deserve. Nobody deserves it, but they didn't well, I guess they did kind of willingly put themselves in the situation, but kind of not. How do you, I'm just saying, this girl knows he's like that. They didn't. They had no idea. It just sucks to know that they had no idea and they are gone. You have an idea and you still continue to put yourself there. It's crazy.
literally called me a liar to my fucking face and scarred me mentally.
So now you're saying that because of what's happened now with me, that those two things go together, huh?
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the police. They were asking me, the news was asking me what happened, and I told them.
How did that feel? How did that feel to talk to the news? Did it feel good?
No, because I was just trying to fucking get people to realize that you run to the police after something happens, and they don't always help you.
Oh, so it's more about the police failure than what he did to you. Are you kidding me, Kelly? Kelly, we're headed down the wrong path. I hope you're just saying this to try to keep him cool so that maybe you'll get that confession, but I don't know. You're being pretty swift with it.
You also called me an animal, a monster, and other things.
I did.
You did.
I did.
You did. So why would you want to talk to somebody like that now? If you're not
I
trying
don't
to,
even
if
know
you're
if
not,
I
if
do.
you're not trying to do something negative to me, then what is your reason for wanting to talk to me?
I have given up on trying to get you for what happened because it's not going to happen. There's no point.
So what now?
The only reason
What now?
said all that stuff is to help other women who have been in abusive relationships to get out of them.
So what now, Kelly?
I don't know.
You tell me. I'm the one sitting in jail.
You're the one blowing up my phone when I told you I was eating dinner.
It's Kelly, you
What does that got to do with anything?
were eating dinner like 3 hours ago, man.
It wasn't 3 hours. It's been an hour. I've watched one episode of my show.
Okay. All right, Kelly. All right.
So he's saying, what now? You're not going to get that confession from me to help you if that's what you're seeking. So what now?
Well, do you want to get back to your show? Are you busy right now?
No, I'm playing a game on my phone.
Oh, so are you busy? Do you want me to go?
No, I don't care. I'm fine.
Okay. But listen, if we're going to talk, will you be able to put more money on the phone so we can, if we're actually going to talk?
I don't see none yet.
I have to pay my bills and shit first.
What do you mean, and shit? What does that mean, and shit?
Whoa,
My
Katie.
bills,
Whoa.
I owe my ex.
We don't blaspheming in here.
That's in prison $100 before he sends someone over here to fucking burn my house down.
What, you're going to put $100 on his books?
Yes, because I owe him $100 and he keeps threatening to send someone over here to fucking.
Hold up. Who's threatening her?
No, I'm playing a game on my phone.
Oh, so are you busy? Do you want me to go?
No, I don't care. I'm fine.
Okay.
Well, that's you saying, hey, I know you're not going to give me the confession I want, but it's cool. I'm still down to talk to you, Daddy.
But listen, if we're going to talk, will you be able to put more money on the phone so we can, if we're actually going to talk?
I have to pay my bills and shit first.
What do you mean, and shit? What does that mean, and shit?
I need to pay my bills and shit. And he's like, what's and shit? You better not be doing anything extra outside of those bills if it ain't putting money on this motherfucking kiosk and my motherfucking commissary.
My bills, I owe my ex that's in prison $100.
Oh, another ex in prison.
Before he sends someone over here to fucking burn my house down.
What, you're going to put $100 on his books?
Yes, because I owe him $100 and he keeps threatening to send someone over here to fucking destroy my fucking shit. So,
wow,
in
that's
prison
crazy.
or
Holy
not,
shit.
I
No
fucking
shit.
tell-
Holy fuck. I thought I was bad. That's crazy.
You
Damn.
are bad.
No.
Yeah. How about y'all are both psychos? You and him, the other dude.
Oh, Kelly, I'm not bad.
You are
in
bad.
prison for stealing a fucking car and getting PRR.
Yeah, well, he still got 20 years, didn't he?
Yep, he thinks he's going to get off because they illegally charged him with shooting somebody when they told the jury said that he didn't even have a weapon. So
Okay. Well, that's going
he
to
could
take
get
him.
off.
That's gonna take him a couple. That's gonna take him a couple years to figure that out.
Yeah, but listen, Jesse girl, these aren't they haven't been out long. I'll tell y'all how long they've been out once this one's over.
A couple
Got
years
4
is
minutes.
nothing compared to 20.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, listen, Kelly, do you remember when you wrote me when I was in West Palm and you said you were gonna visit me?
Yep.
Why were you gonna do that?
What? See, he needs to hear you say it, girl.
Because at the time, I think I was unsure of what I wanted.
And now you're sure?
I'm sure I'm. Didn't you read my email?
You're sure you're what?
Oh, so now he's trying to get her to say something over. Ooh, he's making you look silly, girl. He's making you look a whole silly mess. Ooh. So she's not wanting to say what, how she feels truly and what she's been telling him in the emails, because that's not on a recorded phone line. Girl, he's trying to get you to say it now. Tell us, Kelly, what you've been telling him.
Unsure of what I wanted.
And now you're sure?
I know, me too, Mama.
I'm sure I'm. Didn't you read my email?
You're sure you're what?
That I don't think physically I could ever be able to be with you.
Okay.
Well, duh. Hold on. Am I needing to read between the lines here? Physically, you're not ever going to be able to be with them. Well, yes, because there's no conjugal visits in Florida. So even if you were with them, it's only going to be an emotional, mental connection. So let's hear you say that you can't be in either one of those with them either. What do y'all think? Y'all think she's going to say that?
And you're sure of that?
Bro, I'm afraid of people. Like, I have a very hard time trusting people now.
But you just had a dude in your house that stole your rent money, and he lives right down the street.
Can I ask you something? Are you recording this phone call?
No, stop being paranoid. I'm not fucking
No,
paranoid.
Kelly. Paranoid is you going to the news and calling me a monster. That's paranoid.
That's not paranoid.
That is trying to smash me for a little bit of fame.
I wasn't trying to get fame.
Kelly.
They came to me, so I talked to them. I didn't seek them out.
Kelly, they didn't come to you. You seeked them out.
Yes, they
yes
did.
You did. No, they didn't.
If I could show you the messages, I would. I have lots of messages from news people messaging me, asking me how I knew you, if they could interview me. I never once went to them. I said I would go to them after.
You were the first person to call. You were the first person to spray me, though.
Thank you, the good Becca. I appreciate you renewing 7 months.
And then Mila did.
You were the, yeah. I don't care that she did. I don't care that she did.
You don't care that she did?
No, I'm saying it's not a. I'm not. I don't care that you did. I don't care that either one of you guys did, because listen, what they're saying about me is not true. You know, I'm not a monster that they say I am, or that you say I am. So that's why I don't care, because I know where my heart's at. So I really don't care. You know, that's why. It's nothing to do with her in particular. I'm not saying it like that. You know, like she's any different than you or anything like that. I mean,
well,
honestly.
I'll be at the trial, so.
Huh?
I said whenever they have that trial, I'll be there.
Why, you're coming?
Yeah, I want to see what happens.
Oh, hell. Now I got to go watch some more trial footage and look for her this time. Because I've watched a lot of the footage, but I haven't looked for her. Oh.
I'm going to be there, huh?
Yeah, she rides for her mans.
I know you do. I bet you do, Kelly. I know you want to be there.
I didn't get to go to any of the court cases against me when you're supposed to be paying me restitution, but my lawyer was there.
Wait, what happened?
When you got put on probation to pay me.
Oh yeah, you kept saying I'll see you in court. Remember, you kept sending me those little messages.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, and my lawyer said that
I kept getting these. What were you trying? You kept getting these little messages from you. I'll see you.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Thank God.
Hey, Kelly.
I planned to be there.
That's wonderful. Now it's time. We got to get down to business. Hey, Kelly.
Can I ask you a big question?
What?
Will you put like $5 on the phone and then we can stop, please? Because I have to talk to you.
Money.
That I would like to do. I have honestly
I
some
will
things.
try.
I have some things I would like to say, and it would be nice if you could do that.
I'll try, but I don't have any money till tomorrow. I get paid tomorrow.
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow.
That's going to be the first motherfucking thing she did with that check. Remember, this is pre-trial. That was the first thing she did with that check. Oh, let me get my money over here over to Wade, Mr. Wade Wilson.
Call you tomorrow then?
Yeah, you can send me another email or whatever because I think there's still money on that.
No, I don't have the machine tonight. I won't be able to get that till tomorrow. So, but are you working tomorrow or no?
Yes, but
okay.
That's all on I can answer.
Okay, but what time do you get off work?
Fuck work. I'll talk to you, baby.
I don't know. You can call me while I'm at work there. It's the other shop I can't answer.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Because I'll have the phone during the day tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow. Okay? I'll call you during the day.
Okay, don't blow me up.
I'm not going to blow you up. All right.
Thank you for using GTL.
Done. It's a wrap. It's a mother-clucking wrap. Okay, let's see. So tomorrow, here's what we're going to do because I still got to eat dinner and get settled in for bed. This is the first video that they have released from the Wade Wilson jail calls. This is the one where he confesses to his dad about the murders. Okay. We're going to come back to this and we'll watch some more of it tomorrow. And if we need to piece things together, we can, because we kind of started out with scratch tonight because I came in with a plan. We went sideways. So we're trying to line it back up. So we'll come back to this tomorrow, but now we know Kelly's role in this. And we also know Kiosk Kristen's role in it more too. So yes, I'm going to change the thumbnail and we're going to come back tomorrow for this portion. Okay. Oh shit. Don't forget to follow these lovely channels that we've been posting tonight. Because they're fucking amazing and I appreciate them so much. Now I gotta watch the court footage to see if old girl's in the background anywhere. Like, holy shit. Nah, Nancy Grace ain't got shit on this dude. We nickel and dime pimping over here, pimping. I know. Bless her heart, Ellen. You know what? It's all right. Everything will be all right. I can't wait to hear more calls from her. So we will just continue to piece this together as we need to. But if you get spare time, check out the trial. If not the whole trial, check out the highlights. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you a rundown. All right. Thank y'all for being here and being patient and getting through that. Shit's crazy, man. It's crazy. Make sure you hit the like or the dislike, whatever tickles your fancy on the way out. And replay gang, let me know what you think. Kelly, man. Disappointed. I'm a little disappointed in Dad, too. Just saying. All right. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.
We are swimmers.